changeup was literally unhittable. I think hitters started to kind of snip that out a little bit. And, now we've seen him, through a lot of hard work on his own behalf, in the weight room, the training room, just his workout regimen, develop more power in his fastball. And he's had nights where guys won't swing at his changeup, and he just bullies them with the fastball. And so now he's becoming a little more unpredictable. He's got to get the changeup, back in the zone a little more often to get that back in play. But he's been phenomenal to work with, and he's been phenomenal, obviously, to watch.
So it's Messick against Drake, the Guardians, and the Diamondbacks, as that'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. We have the starting lineups and the first pitch. They come your way next.
The Guardians warm-up show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Bet365, where winning is everything.
Broadcast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without expressed written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
When you see this in your kitchen.
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman's Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, Swagelok is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at Swagelok. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelok.com. That's jobs.swagelok.com.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Folks, get on board.
This group is really exciting. Our future is really bright.
Incredible.
The amount of resilience that we have in this clubhouse, we can deal with pressure and deal with close and meaningful games because we've played a ton of them.
No matter who's on the field, the same thing is going to be expected. Playing guards ball and being there for each other.
It's working again, folks.
That will to be on the field and want to win the game.
They know that they can overcome anything. Now it's just time for us to finish the job.
And here we go again. Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive massive field downtown Cleveland. Guardians and Diamondbacks getting ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for Arizona and their manager, Torey Lovullo, leading things off. Corbin Carroll, the right fielder. Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, bats second.
Way back there, way back, Tatis at the wall, and he leaps and makes a spectacular catch. He brought that one right back into the ballpark.
That is 5 straight strikeouts now for Burke.
Sean Burke, 6 scoreless, 3 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts.
Swung on and driven, high and deep, and is gone! Back-to-back, Abreu and Contreras.
7 strikeouts for Noah Cameron. He took a no-hitter into the 7th, and an 8th scoreless, allows just 1 hit. An incredible performance today from the Royals lefty.
Back it goes, deep it goes, and gone! Cody Clemens wins it down to their final strike. Twins win! Twins win! The Twins win it!
If you stick around to the end with this club, you never know what you might find.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
From
The hit and run is on, and it's going to be an unassisted triple play.
How do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you go? And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Is back, but they're the number 2 wild card team right now in the National League. Ryan Wills, the home plate umpire. Jonathan Parra at first. The crew chief is Lance Barksdale. He's at second. And Will Little, the third base ump. 325 down the lines, 370 to left center, 375 to right center, 400 to dead center, 19-foot wall in left and left center, 9-foot wall in right center, and center field. Parker Messick, he made his major league debut not even a year ago against these Arizona Diamondbacks in Phoenix. And in his major league debut, August 20th of last summer, he would go 6 2/3 innings and give up 1 run. That was the start of what looks to be a sensational career, because right now he has certainly got to be one of the front runners for the American League Rookie of the Year. I know a lot of people say the front runner is Detroit's Kevin McGonigal. He has certainly had a tremendous season, but so has Parker Messick, who pitched a scoreless inning in the All-Star game in Philadelphia. Parker Messick, 6 feet 232, 25 years of age, fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, and changeup. David Fry in left tonight, Stephen Kwan in center, Angel Martinez in right, Rhys Hoskins at first, Travis Bazzana at second, Brian Rocchio at short, Jose Ramirez at third, Austin Hedges doing the catching. Corbin Carroll is going to lead it off, left on left. A 3-time All-Star with Arizona, batting .247, 15 homers, and 49 runs batted in. Messick, one of the game's quickest workers, into the wide, and tonight's first pitch inside, ball 1, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario, 80 degrees, our game time temp. The next offering, and it's a little bit outside, ball 2, 2-0. Messick was brilliant in the month of July. Into the motion, the 2-0 pitch, and it's high, 3-0. Month of July, Parker Messick had a spectacular earned run average of 148 in those 4 starts. Now the 3-0, and it's up and in. And a rare 4-pitch walk, and it starts the ball game with Corbin Carroll trotting down to first. Carroll, a threat to run with 15 steals. He's only been caught twice. And the guy behind the plate has had a tough time throwing runners out this year. Talking about Austin Hedges, he's only thrown out 2 base runners in 38 attempts. So let's see if Arizona tests him early. Here's the switch-hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, batting right-handed, takes a called strike. Perdomo, .231 batting mark, 8 homers, 38 RBIs. Arizona, pretty darn good offensive club. They average 4.5 runs a game. Now the set, the 0-1, and it's high, 1-1. Arizona, middle of the pack in all of Major League Baseball at 4.5 runs a game. 14 game on base.
They have the 3rd fewest home runs, but they 6th in Major League Baseball in doubles. The pitch up and away, and right now Parker Messick has only thrown 1 strike. 2-1 the count on Perdomo.
Messick from the set, hands belt high. He lets it fly, and Perdomo takes high and wide, 3-1. Parker Messick has averaged not even 3 walks per 9 innings, but so far tonight he's thrown 1 strike to 2 batters. Now the 3-1 delivery, and showing bunt, taking a strike is Perdomo. Messick on the year, 8 wins, 6 losses, microscopic earned run average of 259. Start number 22. The set and pitch, and it's ripped into right field. Another base hit the other way. Boy, we saw Arizona do that in the 8th inning last night when they got 4 runs on 4 hits. And Perdomo, a really good piece of hitting, as he took a fastball that was outer part of the plate and shot it the other way for a single to right. And the first 2 Diamondbacks are aboard for their hottest hitter, Gabriel Moreno. Normally their catcher, but tonight Moreno DHing, right-handed hitter. The pitch to him bounces in there. What a block by Austin Hedges. And right now Messick is just not locked in command-wise. Messick, in the 21 previous starts, no complete games. He almost had one last weekend in St. Pete, came within an out of a complete game. He goes 6 innings per start, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9. The pitch, and it's high, and it's 2-0. Parker Messick starting this game tonight in the American League with the 3rd lowest earned run average and the 4th lowest batting average against him, 208. Now the 2-0 pitch and a check swing strike. Gabriel Moreno batting .308, 8 homers, 46 RBIs. The pitch, and he sends one in the air foul, first base side lower deck. Evens the count at 2-0. I beg your pardon, at 2-2. Good fastball for Messick, 94, 95 miles per hour. In fact, his 4-seam fastball, opponents are batting 146 off that fastball. That's the lowest mark in all of baseball off a fastball. The pitch, and he got him swinging at a fastball. That was up over the letters, and Moreno chased it, and a huge first out in this scoreless first inning. Parker Messick might be as nice a young man as you'll ever come across until he's on that pitching slab 60 feet 6 inches away. And then he is a fierce competitor. Here's Ketel Marte, cuts and misses. Boy, that was a good-looking changeup. Marte, switch hitter, second base, batting .254, team-high 19 homers, team-high 62 RBIs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pumped the fastball by him. It looks like Messick may have found it. 2 on, 1 out, first inning, no score. Outfield, medium deep. The set, the pitch, up high, and a good lunging grab by Austin Hedges, and a 1-2 count on Ketel Marte. Boy, Hedges and Patrick Bailey. Defensively, folks, it doesn't get any better in baseball when those 2 guys are catching for Cleveland. Man. Now the 1-2 delivery. And it's swung on, fouled upstairs. Well, a muggy 80 degrees, threatening skies. And the game temp brought to you by Gusto. Higher pay, grow your team with Gusto. Messick comes set, exhales, checks second, fires. Got him swinging. Chased the off speed that was down, and Messick back-to-back strikeouts of Moreno and Marte. 2 down, still 2 on. And now he has found that changeup. Look out. That's the thing about Parker Messick. His fastball, the hardest fastball to hit in the game, but he's got so many other weapons. Nolan Arenado takes a strike. Boy, this guy, you look at his numbers, they're almost identical, and in a number of cases, they're better than the Hall of Fame third baseman, Scott Rowland. The 0-1 swung on, ground ball to short. Rocchio to second for the inning-ending force. Bottom line is Nolan Arenado's probably a future Hall of Famer. Boy, when's the last time we've had two future Hall of Famers playing against each other at third base? Jose.
Ahead, he makes the catch, got a double play. He throws into second to turn two. There's some gold for you right there, shining brightly in center field.
Home run, Pete Crow Armstrong. Does it get any hotter than PCA? It's his fourth hit of the night. It's his third extra base hit. Beavers right side. Get through his heads. Leave it to Beavers. The Orioles walk off the Braves. Oh, boy, did they need that. Dylan Cease, a one-hit shutout with 12 strikeouts.
Dylan Cease is must-watch TV every time he takes to the mound.
Way back and gone! Salvador Perez. He's now the Royals' franchise leader in home runs.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland baseball. Relive legendary moments and discover the history that shaped the game we love. Visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
Well, Cleveland getting some help. Tampa Bay beat the White Sox 1-0, and Seattle just walked off Minnesota 4-3 in the ninth inning. Now Cleveland's got to figure out a way to beat the left-hander Cole Drake. No score. Stephen Kwan back leading off, takes the strike. Drake, not a hard thrower, much like the guy we saw last night, who handcuffed Cleveland in his best ever Major League start, Mitch Brandt, another young left-hander. Drake delivering, Kwan taking high. Drake 6'5", 220, 26 years of age, low 90s fastball. He's got the cutter, curve, slider, change. The wind and pitch, Kwan takes outside, 2-1. What a month of July Stephen Kwan had. He led Major League Baseball in July with a .390 batting average. Now the kick in the 2-1, and it's fouled down the left side out of play, 2-2. Kwan now has been on base 18 consecutive games. Cole Drake, boy, he's a big kid, 6'5", 220, 26 years of age. He's got the old school windup where he pumps the arms and hands up over the head. The wind and pitch. Kwan rifles one up the middle, a base hit into center. Goodness gracious, is he hot. And is he now hitting left-handed pitching. Stephen Kwan is now on base 19 consecutive games with a hit or a walk. And this is a different ball club when Stephen Kwan's back in the leadoff spot, igniting things. Now this is the guy Cleveland's got to get going. Jose Ramirez, the switch-hitting third baseman, hitting .236, 10 homers. He has 35 RBIs and looks at a called strike. Jose, of course, was out 5.5 weeks with a broken hamate. Now the 0-1 pitch. And it's inside a curveball, and the count 1-1. And Jose Ramirez was not having his best year by any means before the injury. Now the set, now the 1-1. And he sends one high and deep down the left side, well out of play, and the count 1-2. And nobody knows more than Jose Ramirez how critically important he is to this ball club. His last home run was June 6th when we were in Arlington. Now the 1-2. Up high, 2-2. Cole Drake, this is just his third Major League start. No decisions. He's only worked 9 innings, giving up 5 runs on 9 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. Most of the year spent at AAA. Now the 2-2. And it's ripped foul upstairs. We'll do it again. At AAA this year, goodness gracious, he had a .692 earned run average and a record of 3-5. But we saw last night that didn't matter. Mitch Brad had a Major League ERA of over 6.30 and handcuffed Cleveland. Never know the first time you see a guy. The 2-2. Up and in. Full count. Good at bat here for Jose Ramirez. Hey, it's the Conrad Score 4 Win 4 New Tires contest in the first 4 innings. Tonight's contestant, Gabrielle Lawbacker of Wakeman, trying to win the Bridgestone tires from Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Payoff pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air, left field and shallow. Waldschmidt coming in to grab the fly out, 1 down. By the way, to be a contestant, visit econrads.com. Good luck to Gabrielle Lawbacker of Wakeman. Left on left, this is one of the few Cleveland Guardians that's hitting left-handed pitching. Chase DeLauder batting .361 against Southpaws. 1 out, 1 on. First inning, no score in downtown Cleveland. The toss over to first, Quan back standing. Cleveland has scored 1 run or no runs in 5 of their last 8 games. The set, the pitch, and a check swing strike. Guardians have lost 6 out of their last 7. And since the All-Star break, Cleveland with a record of 4-10. Now the 0-1. Swung on, fouled it over the screen behind the plate. 0-2 on Chase DeLauder. We are scoreless. Another nice crowd on this Saturday night here on the shores of Lake Erie. Drake, third base side of the rubber. High hold and pitch. And it's swung on, chopped over the mound near second. Grabbed there by Marte. Steps on the bag. Throws to first, not in time. So the force on Quan at second. And a fielder's choice as Chase DeLauder at first with 2 down. Rhys Hoskins, who knocked in Cleveland's only run with an RBI single in the first inning last night, bats with 2 down. DeLauder at first, no score in the first. And this has been the problem for Cleveland. Their right-handed hitters are not hitting lefties. Rhys Hoskins batting .140 against left-handed pitching. The pitch, and a curve down and in, ball 1. Guardians tonight, they go with the red jerseys. The navy blue, white trim, and white pants. In Arizona, they're traveling gray road uniforms. The black and burgundy trim. The pitch. And it's a touch high, but it's called a strike. No challenge. In the count of 1-1. Cole Drake, again, he and Mitch Brandt who pitched last night. The only reason they're up, right now they have 3 guys that had been in the rotation on the injured list. The 1-1 delivery, and it's swung on, hammered. High, deep to left center, gone! A towering and majestic blast to the bleachers in left center. Number 12 for Chase DeLauder. A 424-foot bomb. He got a fastball. He didn't miss it. And DeLauder scores ahead of Hoskins. And Cleveland with the early 2-0 lead. And Rhys Hoskins has been the offense for Cleveland back-to-back games, driving in first inning runs. That'll bring up Angel Martinez, switch hitter in right field. He'll bat right-handed. And Cleveland, which has labored to score, gets a big jolt from Rhys Hoskins. And off a left-hander to boot. The pitch up and in, ball 1. Angel Martinez hitless in his last 21 at-bats. Cleveland's got almost everybody in the lineup scuffling. The pitch is swung on, fouled out of play to the right, 1-1. Martinez 0 for 21. David Fry 0 for 24. Brian Rocchio 4 for 32. Rhys Hoskins had been 1 for 16. Chase DeLauder 3 for 24. The pitch, swing and a miss. He was late on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, it'd be nice to see about 4 or 5 guys get hot at one time. The 1-2 up high, ball 2, 2-2. 2-0 Cleveland on the 2-out bomb to left center in the bleachers for Rhys Hoskins. Now the 2-2 pitch. High with a curveball, full count, and they're making the kid work. And that's pitch number 23 that Cole Drake has delivered. He's also given up his 3rd Major League home run in 10 Major League innings. Now the payoff, and he got him swinging as Martinez tried to hit one to Lake Erie. Rhys Hoskins 2, Arizona 0. We've played 1 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
It up. Lopez fires his mask right into the gut of Tim Raines. Injury to insult.
So you got to laugh to keep from crying. Oh, that got me. Oh, was that funny? I know it's not funny, but he's all right.
Folks, we got one of the best pitchers in baseball on the mound, Cam Schlittler, 10-6 at 2.07 ERA.
Strike 3. That was 100 miles an hour.
So what you're telling me, those first 2, he was just getting warmed up?
I think those were the changeups.
I mean, it's just paint with his four-seamer, and his four-seamer has been so dominant this year.
Swing and a miss on the curve. Murakami down on strikes.
That was nasty. Look at this. It starts about his thigh, and it ends up in front of home plate. That late break, that high spin rate, it just drops off the table.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Four-seamer. Full little attitude thrown in. Strikeout number 6 for Schlittler. He's through 4 with a 1-hit shutout. Swing and a miss, and a pitch down in the dirt. Strike 3 on Romo. He's done. 8th strikeout for Cam Schlittler. He is totally overmatching this ball club.
Really, really good curveball. I mean, it's just getting better and better, and that's not a good thing for the people that have to face it.
The pitch swung on and a foul off the foot of Dukes in the box, and then he just grabbed it out of the air with his right hand.
Ground ball to LaRoche. Oh, no. Doesn't realize he doesn't have the ball even.
He got the leather, doesn't have the horsehide.
Baroa has trouble, and it went into the shirt. He can't get it out of the shirt.
Jacobs handcuffed, can't find it. It was in the belt of his uniform.
Now he throws it by Nolasco.
He's trying not to laugh.
2-0 Cleveland on top of Arizona. as we go to the second inning. The skies are ominous, but I think we're good. Left-hander Parker Messick facing center fielder Tim Tawa, right-handed batter. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. And it's outside, ball one. Now the kick and delivery. A swing and a sky ball on the infield. Second baseman Travis Bazzana, now in shallow center, makes the catch. Boy, it was great to see some of the finest people you'll ever meet. Had a chance to work with Lou and Judy Vito back in the days of WBNS in the late 80s in Columbus, and then Lou and Judy moved to Bell Fountain and bought the radio stations there. They're still there, and those radio stations thriving in Bell Fountain. Here's Ildemaro Vargas taking a strike, switch hitting first baseman. And Lou and Judy Vito, two of the finest people you'll ever meet, two incredible children that are no longer children, young adults in their daughter Lindsay and their son Louie. The pitch, outside a ball 1-1. Lindsay now married with 3 children and has moved back to Bell Fountain with her husband, so Grandpa and Grandma are thrilled. The 1-1. And a check swing strike. And Louie, a many-time member of the U.S. Winter Olympic team. That freestyle snowboarding. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Messick tied him up inside with a fastball. Third strikeout. And Louie, the Olympian, throughout the first pitch tonight, did a backflip on the mound. And he's now married, has moved to Scottsdale. But what an incredible family. And, of course, they have been a long-time Cleveland Indians and Cleveland Guardians affiliate in Bell Fountain. Here's catcher James McCann. Pitch up and away. That family of Lou, Judy, Louie, Lindsay, and now their spouses, they may have more energy. The 1-0 is in there. And they may have the greatest personalities of any family you have ever met, and just incredible people.
You say energy, Tom, for Louis Jr. at 38 to still go to an Olympics the last time the Winter Olympics were held. That's remarkable for his event.
Unbelievable. The 1-1, swing and a foul off to the right, 1-2. And a number of years ago, Louis was a participant in Dancing with the Stars.
That's right.
The problem was they couldn't keep their dad off the dance floor. Lou Sr. wanted to show some moves. Now the 1-2. A swing and a shot the other way. Another base hit the other way, this time by James McCann. Boy, that's a great approach the Diamondbacks have. Staying on the ball, driving it the other way. Now the number 9 hitter, Ryan Waldschmidt, hitting ninth in left field. 2-0 Cleveland. Runner on, 2 down, second inning. But they spent time up here in the booth, and again, just can't say enough good things about the Vito family. And Lou Sr. grew up in Rome, upstate New York. The pitch, check swing strike, and a guy that was in his high school but was 3 years younger, Rob Manfred, now the commissioner of Major League Baseball. What a small world. Here's the set by Parker Messick. Here's the pitch, and it sails high, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Maybe we can get Lou to be a part of the negotiations, help out with trying to get everything done before next year.
Lou wouldn't let anybody out of the room until there was an agreement. The 1-1 is waved at. Just a very light mist falling here in downtown Cleveland. 80 degrees, but no sign of the grounds crew, so that's good. Cleveland with a 2-0 lead. Diamondbacks batting in the second. Runner at first, 2 down. Waldschmidt, boy, the last 9 games he has an OPS over 1,000 and a batting average of 406. Good-looking young player. The pitch, and it's down low, 2-2. Hey, when the Guardians do win Northeast Ohio Ford dealers, donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities, supporting expanded access to youth sports in Cleveland. Now the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, lifted in the air, fairly deep right, playable for Martinez. He'll corral it, and Messick throws up another 0. 2-0 Cleveland, middle of the second. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
The biggest fireworks show of the year is back.
Baseball's top all-star vote-getter, Shohei Ohtani, treated us to yet another milestone before the break. After launching an Oppo Taco rocket for homer number 299 in a Dodgers win earlier this week, Shohei Ohtani hit career home run number 300 on Tuesday night.
2-0, swung on, drilled deep to center field. It is back, it is gone. Home run number 300 for Shohei Ohtani. Oh, he mashed a milestone in his first at bat, a show that never ends.
Ohtani becomes the first Japanese-born member of the 300 homer club, but the hitting is only half the show. On the mound, this two-way titan is completely crushing it, a frontrunner in the NL Cy Young race with a microscopic ERA under 2. So he's pitched and hit the Dodgers to a double-digit lead in the West. A 4-time MVP firmly on his way to a high 5, Ohtani isn't just rewriting history, he's kind of making it look easy.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Cole Drake in his third Major League start pumps, fires. Fry looks at a curveball strike. Guardians and PNC Bank go to bat for small business. Join PNC Bank. They honor 6 local businesses for making a difference in the community. The next pitch down low, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of folks scurrying for cover. I think it's a very refreshing rain, 80 degrees. The pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. 1-2 the count. The kick and delivery, and it's fouled back, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. The next offering, Fry fouling it off again, curveball, and will stay at 1-2. David Fry batting 183, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. 2024 All-Star, trying to get that form back. The pitch in the dirt, 2-2, of course. Had to have the Tommy John surgery after the 24 campaign. It really impacted him a year ago. He's bounced around defensively here in 2026. Now the 2-2, down low, full count. If you did not hear our pregame show, or you don't have any contact with the outside world, Cleveland and Milwaukee made a trade. The payoff got him swinging, came back at him with a fastball. 1 down, second strikeout. Here's Travis Bazzana. Cleveland traded catcher Bo Naylor and reliever Cody Hoyer, both with Columbus, to Milwaukee for reliever Craig Yoho and outfielder Blake Perkins. Here's Travis Bazzana, left on left. The pitch, and it's low, a ball. Now Yoho and Perkins and the Brewers are out on the West Coast, so take them a bit to get to Cleveland. The pitch outside 2-0. Whether they go to Columbus or they stay here will be determined in all likelihood. Perkins is on his way eventually to Columbus. He told manager Stephen Vogt, the pitch in there, he goes, I need to go to Columbus and get at bats. He's just not been playing with the Brewers. And he said, I want to go to Columbus. And Vogt said, yeah, that's likely where you're going. Of course, anything can change between now and Monday. The pitch swung on, fouled out of play to the left, 2-2. But he said, I really need at bats. And we'll see about Craig Yoho, who's a right-hander with a great changeup, whether he is put on the roster or he goes to Columbus. The 2-2, and it's strike three called, and Bazzana knew it. Third strikeout for Cole Drake. They've all come on the last three hitters. 2 down, 2-0 Cleveland. Second inning for catcher Austin Hedges. And in a lot of ways, Rosie, it's 4 players that probably will really benefit from a fresh start with a new organization.
Yeah, no question. Going the other way, one of those going the other way. Bo Naylor.
The pitch now to Hedges, and it's down in, ball 1.
And just visiting with Chris Antonetti, anytime he moves someone who they really worked hard with to try and get him to a good place and was a good teammate, not easy to part ways, but we'll see what happens with Naylor in a new organization.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0, and I think Bo's fate with Cleveland was pretty much sealed back in May with the acquisition of Patrick Bailey from San Francisco. And Cleveland might be one of the few organizations with catching depth in the minor leagues. So good for Bo Naylor. Now the 2-0, up high, ball 3, 3-0. Maybe now Josh won't holler at Austin Hedges the next time Cleveland plays Seattle. 2-0 Cleveland, second inning, 2 down. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Outside and high, called a strike, 3-1.
I'll bet Josh still will yell at him.
Yeah, probably right.
He's one of the characters.
Now the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, drilled to left, a base hit for Austin Hedges. Boy, he's done such a great job this year getting into hitters' counts. And then capitalizing. So the third Cleveland hit. 2 down, second inning. Runner at first, number 9 hitter Brian Rocchio. He is scuffling. 4 hits in his last 32 at bats. And now he's back hitting ninth. Sometimes with Brian Rocchio, the more you move him up higher in the order, the more he tries to do too much. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Rocchio got drilled in the left arm, and that one stung. So after 2 quick outs on strikeouts, a base hit, a hit by a pitch, and the hottest hitter on the club and in baseball, Stephen Kwan, will now bat. And Rocchio is okay. Got it kind of up there in that bicep area. His biceps, though, not nearly as large as Rosie's, so that won't hurt as much. Smaller area to hit than the Rosebuds.
That's where, when you were a kid, you gave guys dead arms. Remember that?
Well,
I think you got a dead arm right there.
You've got a good look going tonight now that you've cut the sleeves off your Under Armour polo shirt.
I had that schmedium going, and it just wasn't working.
This is a very attractive look on you. Here's Stephen Kwan. 2 down, 2 on. 2-0 Cleveland on the Rhys Hoskins bomb. Stephen Kwan singled his first time up. The pitch, and it's on the outside corner, a strike on a cut fastball. Pitch number 45 here for Cole Drake. And Kwan grounds it foul by Coach Sandy Alomar at first. 0-2 the count. 2 down, 2 on. Second inning, 2-0 Cleveland. One of the things Cleveland's not done nearly as well this year as in other years Score first, then score next. Now the 0-2. A swing and a foul out of play, third base side. When Tito managed here, he always felt that was one of the critical components of a game. Scoring first is great. Scoring next really deflates the team. If you score first and then you score again. Too many times for Cleveland, they score first and they may not score again. The 0-2. Outside, ball 1, 1-2 on Stephen Kwan.
Right, and especially important against Arizona. They've been one of the better come-from-behind teams. Not just early come-from-behind, but late inning come-from-behind wins. One of the best numbers in baseball.
Cole Drake, a look at second. Here it comes. Kwan takes in the dirt. Another great at-bat. 2-2. Boy, this is just vintage Stephen Kwan now, folks. Putting the ball in play, taking pitches with 2 strikes, not expanding his strike zone. And now he's back in the count at 2-2. The next offering. Swung on line to center, base hit. Hedges around third, now puts the brakes on. And a great throw by Tawa from center. Hedges would have been out by 20 feet. Good job at third by Coach Rugi Odor. Stephen Kwan just hit that ball too hard. An absolute laser to center. And after there were 2 outs, Cleveland now has loaded up the bases. And we're going to get a visit from the Arizona Diamondbacks pitching coach, Brian Kaplan. And Jose Ramirez is going to bat with the bases loaded, 2 down. Hedges at third, Rocchio at second, Kwan 2 for 2 at first, and Jose Ramirez, the switch hitter, batting left-handed. Oh, what a time this would be for Jose to come out of it. If you're wondering, Cleveland, as a ball club this year, has unloaded 4 grand slams. The last one came in Cincinnati, Kyle Manzardo, the other day. Daniel Schneemann has 2. Angel Martinez, the other. Here's Jose Ramirez, flying to left his first time up. And again, a grand slam would be great. Right now, manager Stephen Vogt would settle for a hard hit single. Bases loaded, 2 down, 2-0 Cleveland in the second. The pitch. And he went backdoor and caught the corner with a changeup. Strike 1. Outfield, medium deep, straight away. The rain has slackened. The pitch. Missed down and away. So he went changeup away, fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jose Ramirez. From the set, Drake is ready. Here it comes. A swing and a long drive to left, but he hooked it foul. And the distance. And a 1-2 count on Ramirez. You just need Jose to get back being balanced at the plate, not trying to do too much, not jumping at pitches. Let the ball get deep. Now the 1-2 delivery. Up high, 2-2. This next pitch is the big pitch of the inning for the left-hander Cole Drake. 2 down, 2-2 the count. Bases loaded in the second, 2-0 Cleveland. Drake is ready. Here it comes. A swing and a chopper to second. Marte will throw Ramirez out, and a big out for Drake. 2-0 Cleveland. We've played 2 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Can we recognize the athleticism of the elite security down there?
Unbelievable. I give the 10 pretty good.
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight. Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey,
That'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
Even if you're top dog, sometimes this game can be rough.
Now, look at you there.
Whoa!
That's like a stage dive at a concert.
Well, this is E3 all the way, but you wonder if the bat had really distracted him.
Now that's what you call really struggling.
Got a Simeon, and
Simeon can't make the catch.
Quit stepping on me.
I'm just trying to do my job.
No.
Hey!
No.
What are we doing?
Pure pandemonium.
But other times, baseball can throw you a bone.
Bouncing ball up the middle, diving stop, Messi, a flip, in and out! Walker to the track, to the wall, he got it!
Mangum hauls it in.
Simply says that.
Long run, Meckler, he
Dives, he caught it! Merrill sprinting back, jumps and makes a catch.
Dell flies it to right, Thomas move it back, still going, leaping, scoring!
Oh, he caught it! Oh my goodness, he caught it!
How about that?
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Two-run double.
It's a 2-0 Cleveland lead. The rain has stopped. Parker Messick, top of the order, top of the third. Corbin Carroll takes outside. Arizona got 2 men aboard to start the game, and then Messick got locked in. The left-hander out of Florida State lets it fly, and Carroll takes the strike. Guardians and the Mets Wednesday night, and if you're here, you'll get a Cleveland Baseball 125th anniversary tumbler. The pitch, ripped to deep right field. Down the line it goes toward the corner, just foul. So get those tickets for the game Wednesday with the Mets and the tumbler at CLEGuardians.com. Corbin Carroll is just one of the best all-around players in the game. Former first-round pick out of high school by the Diamondbacks, National League Rookie of the Year. Arizona's been one of the best teams in the game, but they kind of fly under the radar when you're in the same division as the Dodgers, but they are 13-5 since July 9th. Now the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a foul back. Before this 13-5 stretch, the Diamondbacks were 5.5 games out of the last wild card spot. That was July 8th. Now they're the number 2 wild card team. The pitch, and strike 3 called, nailed the inside corner with a fastball. 4th victim for Parker Messick. 1 down, 3rd inning. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. Singled his first time up. And so Arizona's trying to get better. They would like to get a starting pitcher. Now the wind-end pitch. Perdomo takes inside a ball. Of course, the deadline, 6 o'clock on Monday night. The next delivery down low. And the count 2-0. Oh, you got more rain coming. It's just off and on, and now it's coming again. One of those nights in Northeast Ohio. The pitch, swung on, smashed to third, handled by Ramirez. Staggered him, but he stayed right with it. And he throws over to first to get Perdomo. That is out number 2. Here's Gabriel Moreno. Struck out his first time up. Boy, Pittsburgh lost a key piece today. Ryan O'Hearn is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks with a left quad strain. He was having a tremendous year. 2 down for Moreno, 2-0 Cleveland. He shows bunt, takes a strike. Now the Pirates got Camilo Duvall from the Yankees. He's been terrible for the Yankees. Pirates trying to make their bullpen better. The pitch waved at, and the count 0-2. Otherwise, not much of a trade. Boston got Jahmai Jones from Detroit. I don't know where the heck he fits. Probably Worcester. How about the Angels? They scratched starter Jose Soriano from his scheduled start because they may trade him prior to Monday night. Now the wind end 0-2 pitch, and it's a little inside, challenged by Austin Hedges. He thinks the inning should be over. And the video board says pitch high and inside. Cleveland down to one challenge now for the rest of the game. 2-0 Cleveland, 2 outs, nobody on. A 1-2 count on Moreno. Messick into the motion. Here it comes. And it's swung on, sliced to right near the line. It is going to drop just foul. And again, if you're going, well, there were no other trades today, the biggest one being Cleveland-Milwaukee. Mentioned it last night, and if you weren't with us, 70% of the deadline deals normally happen in the 24-hour period right before the deadline ends. So Sunday night from 6 o'clock to Monday night at 6 o'clock. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2.
So you're saying don't go to sleep Sunday night. You might miss something.
Well, you go ahead. Stay up.
I'll fill you in the next morning.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a tamper foul off to the left. Good changeup. Still a 2-2 count. 2-0 Cleveland. Well, we know how it's going to be with a guy like Skubal or any of the big names. Probably won't happen until 5:45 Monday night. Now the windup. Now the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a foul off his foot. Oh, in agony is Moreno limping down the first base line, holding the bat, crouching, trying to do some squats to get feeling back. That one stung. Yeah, I don't know what to think, Rosie, and when you talk to Chris and Cherney and Matt Foreman, they say the same thing. There could be a plethora of deals before Monday night, or it could be all talk, no action, because it's almost like a game of poker right now. And right now, there are a lot more buyers than there are sellers. Thus, the asking price right now is so astronomical that it's stopped a lot of even talking between clubs, because they're saying to the club that's selling, look, that's not even a realistic price, so there's no bother in us even talking until you get more reasonable.
We'll never know, but you'd love to hear what some of the proposals have been or will be for Skubal, because I'll guarantee you they're outrageous.
All right, Moreno will climb back in there, still in agony. 2-2 the count. 2-0 Cleveland in the third. Messick into the wind. The pitch, and it's swung on, lifted in the air, not very deep left center, and it'll be caught by the center fielder, Stephen Kwan, calling off David Fry. It's the middle of the third, and it's still Cleveland 2, Arizona nothing. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Sometimes baseball can play hard to get.
Man, that's tough luck.
Look at that thing. I mean, that is at least a silver medal.
He airmailed this would be the understatement of the year.
Try to get him a third home run and 10 RBIs.
Kind of stumbling and a bumbling and couldn't hold on.
EK made an awesome catch. You would have been so proud.
Domo having a laugh over there. Ortiz went flying into that bag.
Funny things happened on the way to the All-Star break.
But other times, it's like a match made in heaven.
Well-balanced, alert teamwork.
Going out, Cole Everson with a leap, and he makes the catch.
Reeled in on a diving grab by Green.
Man alive, what a dive.
Watson charging hard, dives and made the
catch. Out on a spectacular play.
Like a kid on a slip and slide on July 4th. Give that man a popsicle.
And Varsho makes the catch. How about that?
Fly ball into shallow left. Diving catch, Randall Grichuk. Well, that's a great play, but you could tell the whole time that he was running toward that ball, he knew it was going to take a dive.
Going back on a Waldschmidt, still going back on the warning track. He leaps and makes the catch. Crashing face first into the fence. What a grab by Ryan Waldschmidt for the second out.
And McKinstry digs one out to the gap in right center field.
Yes,
Cowser takes it away.
Oh, the milkman.
Holy Cowser. Forget that. Lindor puts the icing on the cake with a long 3-run homer. His second home run of the night. A 6 RBI game for Lindor. Base hit! Kiss that losing streak goodbye! And good night! Griffin Conine walks it off! And the Marlins score 3 in the ninth to win it!
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Martinez, part of the order against the lefty Cole Drake. 2-0 Cleveland on Rhys Hoskins' 2-run homer to left center in the first. DeLauder fouling back to first pitch, strike 1. Well, the rain has stopped again, but the ground crew is still adjacent to the tarp down the left field line and foul ground. DeLauder 0 for 1, the pitch, and he checked on a pitch in tight, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Tampa beat the White Sox 1-0. Seattle walked off Minnesota 4-3. So Cleveland, with a win, could pull to within 2 games of first. The 1-1. DeLauder takes down low 2-1. And now that it's August 1st, you pay a little more attention to the wild card race. But Rosie, I was adding them all up. Now the kick and the 2-1 pitch, checked on a pitch wide, 3-1. Here we are, 2 months to go. 24 teams are either in first place or within 4.5 games of a playoff spot. Pitch is a strike. 24 out of 30 clubs within 4.5 games of a playoff spot.
That is a lot of fan bases that have some interest here going down the stretch.
The payoff. A swing and a line drive to deep left. Back goes Waldschmidt on the track and over the shoulder catch. Again, DeLauder, this is why he's so good against left-handed pitching. The ability to keep that front shoulder in there and not fly open, and then drive the ball with authority the other way, and lined out deep to left to the warning track, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. But it's also why it was such a great idea to expand the playoffs. Here's Rhys Hoskins taking a strike. Major League Baseball still has the fewest amount of teams that make the playoffs. Thus, Major League Baseball's regular season is still the most meaningful. Now the 0-1, and he waved at a changeup, 0-2. But now you are starting the month of August with legitimately 24 teams and their fan bases, keeping eyes on the scoreboard, the standings, and relevant baseball in August and coming up in September. Now the 2-strike delivery. Got him swinging on a changeup. Cole Drake's 4th strikeout. Hoskins out number 2 in the 3rd. Here's Angel Martinez, struck out his first time up. He'll bat right-handed. 2 down, nobody on. 2-0 Cleveland. 3rd inning from Progressive Field. Rain has stopped, but ominous skies out over Lake Erie. The pitch. And it's swung and drilled. Deep left field. This ball off the top of the 19-foot wall. And into second, standing with a double is Martinez. That breaks an 0 for 22 skid. A line drive double is 12th, and it hit high off the 19-foot wall in left. And that'll bring up David Fry, who struck out his first time up. That is 5 hits in the game for Cleveland. Now David Fry trying to stop his 0 for 25 skid. Cole Drake is ready. Here it comes, and it's low. Cole Drake and last night's starter, Mitch Bratt, came in a trade with Texas for tomorrow's starter, Merrill Kelly, last year at the deadline. The 1-0, inside and low, 2-0. Then Kelly came back to Arizona this offseason. We'll see him tomorrow. So that worked out well for Arizona. Texas got a rental, and the 3 guys involved in the trade are pitching the 3 games this weekend against Cleveland. Now the 2-0 pitch, a swing and a foul backing out of play, 2-1. Cole Drake began his collegiate career at Arkansas Tech University, then went to San Joaquin Delta College, then went to Walters State Community College. And if you know the mascots to those 3 schools, you're the winner. That pitch down low, 3-1 the count. If you knew where any of those schools were.
You had an Arkansas in there. I'm going to go with that.
No kidding. Do you know the city?
No.
Oh, okay. Now the 3-1. Got him swinging at another changeup. Boy, all of a sudden, Cole Drake, with a really good feel for his changeup, struck out Rhys Hoskins. And does he double up on David Fry? 2-0 Cleveland. Martinez at second, 2 down in the third. And the payoff pitch to Fry. And he went down and in with a curveball and missed. David Fry draws the 2-out walk. But they've made this guy work tonight with 2 outs. As Cleveland has gotten their base runners on with 2 down, scored their 2 runs with 2 down, and that's why Cole Drake isn't getting deep in this game. He's at 70 pitches here in the 3rd inning with 2 outs, runners at first and second. And Travis Bazzana struck out looking his first time up. He's trying to get it going again. Batting 192 over the last 31 games. The pitch. And it's outside a ball. Well, again, 2nd inning in a row, Cleveland's had a chance to add on to their 2-run lead. Drake's pitch, and it's a little outside, a fastball missing, 2-0. That fastball 91 miles per hour. Boy, this back-to-back nights, Arizona's throwing a soft-tossing lefty at Cleveland. Now the 2-0, down at the knees, a strike. Bazzana challenges. Cleveland's got 1 challenge left. And they still have. Bazzana, good challenge. So that makes the count 3-0. Does Travis swing away here? Here it comes. Swung on, drilled towards right center, caught shoulder high by the right fielder, Carroll. We'll go to the 4th, 2-0 Cleveland.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show up, and he got a standing ovation.
Sitting off for the Dodgers and batting.
Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Yeah. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
A little bit damp down there, but it certainly doesn't look, at least on the radar, like there's heavy stuff coming. So hopefully that is true and holds true as we're through 3. Ketel Marte lead things off, and he takes a fastball strike from Parker Messick. 0-1 the count on Marte, who struck out his first time up. Messick has 4 strikeouts so far. Here's his 0-1. Swung on, and that's drilled to right, deep. Back on it, and it's over the head of Angel Martinez. 1 hop off the wall. On his way to second, in with a stand-up double is Ketel Marte, as he gives Arizona a runner in scoring position, leading off the inning with his 22nd double on the season. Nolan Arenado will step in. Arenado bounced into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. What a career it has been for Arenado. First season with the Diamondbacks, 14th in the major leagues. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Broke in and really established himself as one of the premier third basemen in the game with Colorado. Then a trade to St. Louis, some good years with the Cardinals. Here's the 0-1. Outside and low, and the count's now 1-1. Came into play tonight with 1,234 career runs driven in. That's third among active players right now. The 1-1 down low, 2-1 the count. Only Freddie Freeman and Paul Goldschmidt have more runs batted in among the active players right now than Nolan Arenado. He's up there now with a potential RBI out at second base, and Marte, the 2-1, off speed, catches the outside corner for a strike. Good curve from Parker Messick. Guardians with 2 in the first inning, and that has held up so far, as Messick having his standard outing. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and that's looped foul out of play. Off to the first base side into the club seats. We'll do it again on 2-2. Arenado, one of the best fielding third basemen in the game. 10 Gold Glove awards. Now the 2-2. Swung on, looped foul again, first base side and out of play. Messick, not quite as sharp as we have seen him in some of his recent starts. He walked the first batter he faced tonight, but then reined it in that first inning after a shaky start command-wise. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, ripped foul down the left side, but foul, and we'll do it again on 2-2. A good plate appearance here by Arenado, seeing a lot of pitches from Messick. The next will be the 8th of the at-bat. Now the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to third. High hop handled by Ramirez. Throws across. In time for the out at first. Marte holds at second. One down. That'll bring up Tim Tawa. Hey, don't forget now through Wednesday, you could win a Guardians Edition F-150 Raptor truck, courtesy of your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Visit GuardiansF150sweeps.com to enter. Here's Tawa. Popped to second his first time up, and he shows bunt, pulled it back, takes a strike. 0-1 the count on Tawa. One of several Diamondbacks who's having a really good road trip. 8 games on the trip. He's 8 for 20 at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, looped foul back behind home plate and out of play. And it counts now 0-2. The right-handed hitting center fielder, Tim Tawa. Mentioned a good road trip for him and a good road swing in general for the team. A long one for the Diamondbacks. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs for a ball. Fastball that time. And it's 1-2. This is the final leg of a 10-game road trip. They had a makeup game at St. Louis to start the trip. Here comes the 1-2 from Messick. Swung on, foul back. We'll do it again on 1-2. Then they went to D.C. to play the Nationals. Took 2 out of 3, or excuse me, dropped 2 out of 3 there. Then took 2 out of 3 from the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Had an off day Thursday here in Cleveland and won the opener of the series here last night. Here's Messick's 1-2 pitch. Down low for a ball. Good stop on a pitch in the dirt by Hedges. Guardians catcher Austin Hedges, about as good as they come, blocking pitches in the dirt and then keeping them close by so that there's no advance. And he just did it again. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase the high fastball. Tawa down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. Now Marte led off the inning with a double. He's still at second after strikeout number 5 for Parker Messick. Now Ildemaro Vargas, the hot-hitting first baseman. Vargas struck out first time, and he swings wildly and misses for strike 1. Another good heater from Messick at 95 miles an hour, and that's been a slight difference here. Last 5-6 starts or so. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, line drive to center. Coming on, Kwan reaches up, makes the catch, and the side is retired. The leadoff double does no damage, and we'll head to the bottom half of the 4th inning with the score: the Guardians 2, the Diamondbacks nothing.
Bybee into the motion.
Hear ye, hear ye. Gather around for some of the week's wildest plays.
It's only going to hurt for a second, Brandon.
And it drops between 4 twins.
I shall not drop the ball. Well, don't believe that.
Just clanked off his glove.
Whoa, is that an ephus?
He didn't even see it. It almost clipped him.
A fantastic finish.
Guitar slipped and then took this ball off the top of the helmet.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
The throw drills him right in the back, though.
Others don't know where to catch them.
Often meant right cheek.
And feast your eyes on these fantastic fielders.
Oh, my goodness, what a diving catch.
And leaping lizards, great plays in the outfield.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play. You can't get much higher than this.
Kelsey takes away another. Crowder makes the catch. Oh, my, what a play by Tyrone Taylor.
How about that?
Te encantan los jugadores, ¿Te encanta el juego?
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Have had runners on base in each inning. Austin Hedges leads things off. The pitch to him on the outside corner, strike one. Hedges with a line drive single to left his first time up. Continuing a tremendous stretch and a really good season at the plate, especially average-wise. The 0-1. Swung on, popped up foul, first base side out of play. Enbridge Gas, Ohio would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or a contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. Here comes the 0-2 to Austin Hedges. Outside and high. With the changeup that time, missed with it, did Drake. 1-2 the count on Hedges. Open stance from that right side. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2 the count. Brian Rocchio is next, and then Stephen Kwan at the top of the Guardians lineup after that. Now the 2-2 pitch. Just missed high and away. 3-2 the count. Hedges along with Patrick Bailey forming a pretty good offensive tandem behind the plate as the 3-2 missed outside for ball 4. But the catcher, James McCann, says, I don't know about that, and he asks for the challenge. Here it comes. And it's a strike on the corner. And the Diamondbacks, who have one of the higher percentages in terms of success rates with the ABS, they gain another one right there, a strikeout on the overturned call. They don't challenge as much as Torey Lovullo would like to see, but he's okay with that. As long as the percentage is good, he'll take it. 5th strikeout for Drake. Up to the plate now, Brian Rocchio, and he fouls one off at home plate for strike one. Rocchio hit by a pitch his first time up. Cole Drake, the lefty from Fort Worth, Texas. Here's his 0-1. Way outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Now the 1-1 delivery from Drake. Way outside and high. Ball 2. Same two clubs tomorrow afternoon. The series finale at 1:40. That'll be a kids' fun day here at the ballpark. We'll be on the air at 1:05 with the warm-up show. Gavin Williams back out there against Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks. The 2-1 swung on and lifted high in the air, but foul left side and out of play. This message from Cleveland Clinic. Know your stats to stay ahead of the game. Healthy weight, blood pressure, and cholesterol. Support heart health for life. Learn more at clevelandclinic.org/loveyourheart. Rocchio pops another one foul, this time off to the first base side and out of play as he continues to stay alive with 2 strikes. Guardians up 2-0, bottom half of the 4th inning. Now the 2-2. Down low for ball 3. And tonight a chance to gain ground in the postseason picture. They came into play today, 3 back of the front-running White Sox in the division. But Chicago lost 1-0 to Tampa Bay down in St. Pete. The 3-2 swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Near the line, down the line it goes, hooking, and it hooks foul. So we'll do it again on 3-2 to Rocchio. And then the Guardians were tied with the Twins for second place, 3 back of the White Sox, but the Twins lost today as well out in Seattle. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped it up, foul. This one comes straight back and out of play. So we'll do it again with a 3-2 count to Brian Rocchio. This will be pitch number 9, headed his way from Cole Drake, who has thrown a ton of pitches. He's up to 88 pitches already. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the changeup. A beauty. And that is 6 strikeouts for Drake. 2 in this inning. 2 down, bases empty for Stephen Kwan. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more. Visit MLBshop.com/Guardians. Kwan's 2 for 2. The pitch to him on the inside corner, strike 1. He was red hot in July. Nobody had a better batting average in the big leagues as he hit .390 for the month, and he's off to a great start here in August. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball just outside and low. 1-1 the count on Kwan. It took him a while to get going, but man, is he going now. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, drilled foul deep down the left side, but out of play. 1-2 the count on Kwan. There's action in the Diamondbacks bullpen. A right-hander, Gerardo Carrillo, is getting loose. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball down low. 2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it, Marte. Flips on to first for the out. Side retired in order. We are headed to the 5th. It's 2-0 Cleveland over Arizona.
There's a storm warning in South Florida. It's the Miami Marlins.
Baseball's hottest June team, and they stay red hot this month.
The fish are flying and are officially the hottest team in baseball this month. Otto Lopez is looking extremely all-starry at short. He's among league leaders in batting average, hits, and multi-hit games.
Otto Lopez has himself yet another multi-hit day.
Right beside him, Xavier Edwards, putting up solid on-base numbers while flashing some silky smooth glove work. Throw in Liam Hicks breaking out at 27, Max Meyer emerging as one of the league's best pitchers, and Sandy Alcantara starting to regain his Cy Young form. And hey, they've already proved they can beat the best. This season, they're the only team to hand losses to aces Shohei Ohtani, Paul Skeens, and The Miz. Red flags are out in Little Havana. These Marlins are dangerous.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Where Messick has not been dominant, and he's had to be sharp tonight. Guardians leading 2-0. James McCann, the batter, the pitch to him. Outside for ball one. Pitching coach Carl Willis explaining that with Messick, actually, his changeup had gone away on him a little bit. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1. That was a real weapon early in the season. But his command not quite as good with it. Still pretty good. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, poked foul over to the first base dugout. 1-2 the count. But the separator lately for Messick, who's taken his game even to another level, just a couple of miles an hour quicker on his average fastball, and that's through a lot of hard work, delivery-wise and strength and conditioning-wise. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, lifted foul, and out of play. And it remains 1-2, and Parker was saying he made some slight adjustments, which sometimes you got to be careful because in a game it might not work well right away. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, blasted foul, upper deck first base side. Messick was saying that he got through those starts where he was making the adjustments in good shape and never really lost much command, but there's a little apprehension when you do that. But the idea is when you come out on the other side, if you make the adjustments properly and they do what you think they will, we've seen the results. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, low and away. 2-2 the count. Good changeup trying to get McCann to chase. McCann with a single his first time up. One of 3 hits for the Diamondbacks. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase the curve in the dirt. And that is 6 strikeouts now for Parker Messick. 2-0 Cleveland. Top half of the 5th. Ryan Waldschmidt steps in. Another of the hot Diamondbacks batters as they are making a big push toward a postseason spot. Be interesting to see what their head of baseball ops, Mike Hazen, can do. He's one of the rare GMs trying to make a trade, and he said, we need a left-handed power bat. Most teams are searching for that right-handed power bat. But the Diamondbacks feel they're pretty well set on the right side. They'd love to add a lefty bat. So we'll see how that goes for them. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike called on the inside corner. The other issue that they're trying to work through, starting pitching. They'll get some back, but what do they do in the meantime? That's where they may try and land a starting pitcher if they can, as there's a Tapper foul outside of third, which brings us to the injury report. And for the Diamondbacks, injury report brought to you by Elk & Elk, by the way. If an auto accident or medical malpractice caused you injury, call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Michael Soroka, he's been having a good year. Ryan Nelson, Zach Gallen, that's 3. All on the injured list from the starting rotation. Here's the 0-2, down low, 1-2. And, of course, Corbin Burns has been out all year, coming back from Tommy John surgery. And if things go well, he might be back before the end of the season, as he's making some good progress. Now the 1-2 delivery. Swung on, lined in the hole between third and short. Grabbed on the hop by Rocchio. Long throw, not in time. Slower runner, maybe. But Waldschmidt, an outfielder, able to get down the line and reaches safely on the infield single. Deep in the hole at shortstop. So a one-out base runner for the Diamondbacks, and now the dangerous Corbin Carroll steps in. A walk and a strikeout for Carroll tonight. Messick out of the stretch. Here's his pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. For the Guardians on the injured list, the only official injury list player right now is reliever Sean Armstrong with that calf injury. Pretty serious injury there for him, the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Good to see Sean around the clubhouse, though, and obviously going through his treatment, but staying as close to the team as he can on this homestand. Now the 1-1 from Messick. Swung on, and that's fouled away down the left side, out of play. 1-2 the count on Corbin Carroll. 2-0. Guardians lead. We're in the top half of the 5th inning on a gray night with intermittent light rain. Nothing right now. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball near the middle. Under the diving attempt of Pisana, the second baseman. It trickles into center field for a base hit. Moving up 90 feet to second is Waldschmidt. And back-to-back singles gave the Diamondbacks runners at first and second with only one down. Geraldo Perdomo will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a first inning single. Don't forget, now through Wednesday, visit $.bank/baseball. Enter for your chance to win a Guardian suite and the opportunity to throw out a first pitch at an upcoming game. Dollar Bank, let's get you there. Perdomo takes strike 1 from Messick. Perdomo, good shortstop, switch hitter. Really good double play combo with he and Ketel Marte. Here comes the 0-1 from Parker Messick. Outside and high. 1-1 the count. Arizona Diamondbacks, a World Series appearance in 2023. Under 10th year manager Torey Lovullo now. The 1-1. That's up and in. 2-1. One of the longest tenured managers in baseball. You get to a decade in with the same team, and nowadays that seems like a long time. Here's the 2-1. On the inside corner for a strike. 2-2 the count on Perdomo. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th. Here's Messick's 2-2. Swung on, a roller to the right side. Grabbed by Hoskins. Nobody home at first, and he throws it away. It rolls over toward the dugout on that first base side, and that allows a run to score as Waldschmidt comes all the way around from second. And it's now a 2-1 ball game, and the Diamondbacks have runners at second and third. It's going to go as an infield single for Perdomo, and Hoskins would have been well served just to hang on to it, but his error allows the runners to move up. Stephen Vogt out to the mound. That's going to be all for Parker Messick as he's at 91 pitches. Colin Holderman's loose and ready to go in the pen, and he's coming in.
Line drive, base hit, center field. Got a bird. Coming around third, DeRosa's going to win the ball game. It got by Crisp. It's a walk-off whip in the bottom of the 10th.
That ball hit the bird. It deflected. The birds are out here. It hits a bird. He goes down for the count. How about that?
This one's for the birds.
Starting with Ezekiel Duran.
2-2, and that ball's hit well. Goodness. Into the second deck. Duran's solo home run is 12th of the season.
436 feet per seat. It's a fastball, belt high, down the middle, barrels this, and it's a no doubt about it. Home run.
They started playing their home run music before that one cleared the wall.
Marshall going back to the warning track, slowing near the wall, leads, and he caught it. Dalton Marshall takes one away from Brady House.
Not that deep. Moniak on the move. Here's the throw to the plate. It is on line. Out at the plate. What a throw to cut down for me.
And with a dive, it's Taveras. He's able to scoop it off the green. That is a catch.
Line drive up the middle. Nunez dives. Hops to his feet. Oh, baby, what a play by Nasim Nunez.
This is line and diving at second is Cronenworth. His throw, got him! You can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it to the crowd zone.
And on comes Bench diving, and he made the catch. Splendiferous play by Carson Bench. Back toward the wall, Hernandez leaps, and he made the catch. Arguably the best play he's made in the field as a Dodger.
Line to third, Caminero jumps up and pulls it out of the air.
And he's able to go up and end this ball game.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados con artículos de tus
On an infield single and then a throwing error by Rhys Hoskins. Parker Messick's night is done. Here's Holderman, who's been terrific for Cleveland. The big right-hander facing Gabriel Moreno with the infield in. Here's the pitch. And it's low and outside for ball one. Holderman, with his 43rd appearance, he's 6-2 with an earned run average of 1.71. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Good sinker at 94 by Holderman. The Guardians as a team, excellent stranding inherited runners at a 25% clip. That's all that score. That's second best in the American League. Holderman even better than that. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, catches the outside corner for a strike. Holderman, he's inherited 21 runners, only 2 have scored. And he's in a tough spot here trying to work through it. Has that strikeout ability. He'll step off. Wants to kick the dirt out of his spikes. Holderman in his 42 innings with 41 strikeouts. With that power sinker and then a nasty slider as well. The veteran right-hander ready to go. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Ramirez, they have the runner hung up between third and second. They chase him back to third. Now Rocchio chases him back to second. The throw to Ramirez. They tag him out. But the run scores from third. And that ties the game, as safe at first is Moreno. 5-4-6-5 on the putout, and give an RBI to Moreno, and just like that, the ball game is tied up. Just wasn't hit hard enough for Ramirez to come home with it. And now Ketel Marte steps in with a runner at first and 2 gone.
Ever seen a ball club scored 2 runs on 2 infield hits and fielder's choice?
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
I mean, Parker Messick was brilliant again tonight. Has, again, nothing to show for it.
It's time to, for the Guardians this year compared to the last 2 seasons, as the 0-1's on its way. And it's swung on and tapped slowly up the first base line. Grabbed by Holderman. Good play by him to catch it fair, and he tags out the runner. But the defense not quite as sharp this year, and it has proved costly at times. And it certainly came into play there in the 5th inning. As the Diamondbacks scored twice to tie it, we head to the bottom.
Long run. Friedel, he lays out and makes the headlong diving catch. Rocchio in the hole, gets up quickly, throws. On the bounce, dug out by Van Sarno. Holy cow, what a play.
Way back onto the warning track. Oh, he reeled it in. Jacob.
Fielded by Jazz. Acrobatic throw off. Now it's in time.
Collins races over, dives, makes the grab. A barrel roll toward the line.
Diving play with 1 hopper by Jazz. Just gets up, throws it out. Dandy play right there by Jazz.
Coming on, diving Martinez. He made the catch. Ball game.
Slides into third. Diving Graham.
Rosa coming on. He dives and he's got it. What a catch.
Long left for DeBear. Sliding, diving, tumbling, makes the catch.
And in a hurry, Friedel, he slides and he scoops it. The dive is crossed and throws him out.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small big city. Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade, you gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Signed as a minor league free agent back in December last year. And the right-hander is facing Jose Ramirez. Here's the pitch. And it's down low for ball one. Carrillo just recently called up. He's only made 3 appearances, allowed just 1 run in 6 innings. Diamondbacks with a pretty good bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside and low. 2-0. About middle of the pack in terms of bullpen ERA in Major League Baseball. But you always look at what's going on lately. Maybe where they are in the back end of their pen. Sometimes those numbers get inflated. The 2-0. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. We saw a pitcher who could be their new closer last night finish the game. In Braden Garcia. Paul Sewald had been closing games, but he's been taken out of that role, at least for now. The 2-1 swung on. There's a bouncing ball, first base side. Nice grab on the backhand. Picking the short hop was Ildemaro Vargas, and he steps on the bag to retire Ozzie. So 1 away. Chase DeLauder will bat. And don't forget, it's time to rally for the cure. Join Velasano Bike to Cure September 18th and 19th. And you'll help fuel life-saving cancer research at Cleveland Clinic. Register at velasano.org. So here's DeLauder, a fielder's choice and a line out to left. He scored 1 of the 2 runs back in the first inning. He was on base when Rhys Hoskins went deep. Here's the pitch. And DeLauder takes it on the inside corner, strike 1. That Hoskins home run gave the Guardians the early lead in the first inning. But the Diamondbacks, with a couple of unearned runs, tied it in the top half of this inning, the 5th. Here's Carrillo's pitch. Swung on and blasted foul down the right side, well foul. And it's 0-2 on Chase DeLauder. Hope to see you here tomorrow, 1:40 start, a kids' fun day and Sliders' birthday party as well. All kinds of mascots and games. A big day for the kids. Here's the 0-2, and there's a bouncing ball to the second baseman. Marte's up with it, and he throws on to first for the out. 2 down. Tickets still available for tomorrow's game at CLEGuardians.com. Pinch hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo, will pinch hit for Hoskins.
How old is Slider?
Was he at the old place?
Yep.
I'm going to go 33.
It's good. Yeah, I think it's 93 the first year.
A couple of years in at the old place?
I can't remember. Isn't that terrible?
He had a lot going on. Here's the pitch to Kyle Manzardo, and it's outside low. I don't know about you, but the first year in the big leagues was a blur.
Yeah, that's a good point. But my first year was 90, so I can't use that as an excuse.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike to Manzardo to even the count. No, anyway, it's another birthday for a Slider, and they'll celebrate it tomorrow here. Here comes the 1-1. Carrillo lets it fly, and it's swung on and pulled foul. Tell you what, for Cole Drake, he had to battle through some innings, but he left a lot of runners on base. Ends up going 4 innings, allowed just the 2 runs on 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 6. Won't be involved in the decision, but got the game to the 5th. Here's the 1-2, outside and low. 2-2 the count. Big crowd on hand tonight. It was a sellout last night. I might be a little shy of that tonight, but good crowd just the same on Cade Smith bobblehead night. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. Dropped the splitter right in there. Manzardo caught looking. Side retired in order. We head to the 6th. Tied at 2, Guardians and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice play, JD. JD. What a catch. He probably stuck with the pine tar.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just barehands it.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at-bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal.
How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the 3rd. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
In the ball game at first. This is a 2-2 tie. Colin Holderman, 2nd inning of work. Nolan Arenado to the plate, and he takes a called strike. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Motze. It's turned out now, since the rain stopped, to be a beautiful night. 73 degrees currently. Pitch swung on, banged at third, over the bag fair, kicks off the sidewall into the corner. Quan up throwing, holds Arenado to a long single. He's about the only left fielder that doesn't just accept that that's a double. And Arenado with a long single to start the inning, and a station ID on the Cleveland Clinic radio network. Tim Tawa, the batter, bunts. First base side of the mound, grabbed by Holderman. Underhand flip to Manzardo at first. And the sacrifice completed by Tawa. Nolan Arenado is now at second. 1 down, 6th inning. Game tied at 2. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, they have now laid down 26 sacrifice bunts. That's 4 more than Cleveland. Here's Ildemaro Vargas, switch hitting first baseman. This will be his first at bat left-handed. Strikeout line-out. Holderman's pitch, down and in, ball one. Boy, Parker Messick didn't get a lot of help defensively tonight, and thus his night was really cut short as he only goes 4 1/3 innings tonight. Here's the pitch, and he backdoored him for a strike. Parker Messick did labor a bit with command, and in those 4 1/3 innings, he made 91 pitches, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned on 6 hits, struck out 6, walked 1. Backdoor attempt, breaking ball stayed on the porch, and the count 2-1. And yet on a night where Parker Messick wasn't as sharp as normal, he gives up 1 earned run. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Vargas with a 2-2 count. That's why Parker Messick's one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he's only a rookie. It's one thing to be spectacular when you've got your A game. It's another thing to be outstanding when you may be scuffling. Now the 2-2 delivery. And a swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball in the dirt. Holderman strikes out Vargas, who's then tagged out by the catcher, Austin Hedges. 2 down. Still a runner at second. Still a 2-2 game. Cleveland got their 2 runs on a bomb to left center in the first inning. Rhys Hoskins, a 2-run homer to the bleachers, 424 feet. Arizona tied it with 2 in the 5th. The pitch, and it got him in the back. Did that get him in the helmet? It sounded like it up here. Either that or maybe it hit one of those bicep pads. It hit something. You could hear a cracking sound up here. James McCann will go to first. And yeah, it hit that elbow bicep tricep protector on the left arm. So McCann heads to first. Here's Ryan Waldschmidt, 1 for 2, a single. 2 out, 2 on. 2-2 game, 6th inning. Boy, great to see longtime Cleveland Indians trainer Paul Spicuzza, his wife Beth, their 2 sons, and other family and friends stopped by the booth. The pitch swung on and missed. What an incredible job Paul Spicuzza did as a trainer here with the Cleveland Indians, along with the late, great Jimmy Warfield. What a tandem they were. Enjoying retirement. Scuzzi was a longtime high school basketball ref, too. That pitch waved at. And the count 0-2 now on Waldschmidt. Nice crowd on hand for this Saturday night. Tomorrow it's a 1:40 start. Gavin Williams against Merrill Kelly. Off day Monday, then the New York Mets on Tuesday. And who knows what Mets team shows up. Well, they unload a lot of players before Monday night at 6. Now the 0-2 pitch. Checked on a fastball in, 1-2 the count. Outfield deep. Waldschmidt, pretty good looking hitter. And he takes high, 2-2. Bobby D says Slider was born in 1990? Whoa. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back. Slider doesn't look a day over 90. So it'll be his birthday tomorrow, for whatever that means. We've got some Slider stories, but would like to stay gainfully employed. It's always nice to hold that over his head. Leverage. The pitch swung on, ripped into right. Waldschmidt with a base hit. Trying to score is Arenado. Throw to the plate is on target, and Arenado initially waved around, then the brake sign went up, and it's a good thing he stopped. Martinez, pretty good strong throw to the plate. And Waldschmidt with another opposite field single. Boy, we have seen Arizona time and time again go with the pitch the other way. And Carl Willis heading to the mound as the D-backs have loaded the bases with 2 down in the 6th inning of what is a 2-2 game. It'll be the top of the order, and Corbin Carroll, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk, coming to the plate. Marlins beat the Mets today 6-2. Tampa blanked Chicago 1-0. That's the White Sox Tampa beat. Seattle walked off Minnesota 4-3. Toronto a 5-1 win over the fading St. Louis Cardinals. Philly leads Baltimore 1-0 in the 7th. Atlanta pounding Washington 5-0 in the 7th. Yankees lead the Cubs 2-1, 7th inning at Wrigley. Here's Corbin Carroll. The pitch to him is outside a ball. 2-0 San Diego over the Giants in the 2nd inning. Rockies lead Colorado 6-4 in the 3rd. Houston on top of Texas 5-3 in the 6th. Pittsburgh a 4-1 lead over Cincinnati in the 6th. The pitch down and away, 2-0. Here it's a 2-2 game, and that's the scoreboard update presented by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Bases loaded, 2 down. The 2-0 pitch to Corbin Carroll. And it's wide, ball 3, and challenged by Hedges, and that pitch looked wide, but we'll see. And the video board says the pitch was a strike. It nicked the corner. Oh, is that a big challenge and an overturn? So now a 2-1 count on Corbin Carroll with the bases juiced. Here it comes. A swing and a miss. Good slow breaking ball. And 2-2 the count on Carroll. He's got 15 homers, 49 RBIs. He's also banged out 22 doubles. 2 down. The 2-2 offering. Swung on, hit high and deep to right. Martinez is back on the track. He makes the catch. 2 strides in front of the wall and deep right. Oh, be still my beating heart. Cleveland 2, Arizona 2. Middle of the 6th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Line to center field, and it's a diving catch from Dalton Varsho.
One of the best defensive center fielders in the American League.
Montgomery going back.
Made the catch at the wall.
Okay, rookie. That's how you bring it back.
Long run for Langford, but he'll reach up and make the catch. Full stride into that corner. What a nice catch by Wyatt Langford.
Out toward Valdez, and the Magician! The diving play by Esmerlin Valdez.
The Magician doing it all today. Here comes a charging, diving, and catching is Cody Clemens. No matter where that dude is played, infield, outfield, makes another good play.
Down the left field line, and it might be trouble. And what a sliding play by Soderstrom. Wow, so Tyler Soderstrom, a nice sliding catch.
Harris to first, and Alonso is there. He dives into the bag to beat him.
Another polar bear plunge over at first base.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up. And this was a jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
To hit a batter. Cleveland hasn't scored again since the first inning. Rhys Hoskins, the two-run homer. Anel Martinez, batting left-handed, takes a strike. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Well, Cleveland only scored 1 run last night, and it was in the first inning, thanks to Rhys Hoskins. Carrillo's pitch, waved at. Good split finger. Carrillo from the set, and time called. We've got a 2-2 game. 2 runs, 8 hits for the D-backs. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Guardians. Now the 0-2. Got him swinging. Splitter in the dirt. Dug out by McCann. Goes into foul ground. Throws high to first. Vargas pulls it down. Kicks the bag. And strikeout number 2 for Carrillo. 1 down. Here's P.D. Halpin. His first at bat, he took over in the outfield. David Fry tonight struck out and walked when he started. We had rain off and on in the early innings. It's gone away. Beautiful night. The pitch to Halpin, batting a $196, and it's a high fastball for ball 1. Cleveland just having a dickens of a time generating offense. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled at the plate, 1-1. Last 8 games, Cleveland has batted .165 as a team and has averaged 2 runs a game. And tonight, 2 runs again. Carrillo. He's ready, hands belled high, and he lets it fly. And P.D. Halpin swings, chops one back up the middle into center, base hit. Now Halpin's a threat to steal, as P.D. Halpin this year has swiped 7 bases yet to be caught. Here's Travis Bazzana. James McCann has thrown out 23% of the base stealers. Bazzana has struck out and lined out. Wig-wagging that bat above the back shoulder, the pitch, and it's in there, a strike. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Carrillo tossed to first and back with a dive is Halpin. Now the 0-1 pitch. Just a touch outside, 1-1. The 1-1 outside again. Fastball at 94. 2 balls and a strike. Bazzana in the hitter's count. Last time up, swung away on a 3-0 count, lined out to the right fielder. The next delivery, and it's fouled at the plate. Came at him with a good cutter and jammed him. 2-2 the count. Carrillo, I don't see this much anymore, but he wears eyeglasses. This day and age of LASIK and contacts, you don't see a lot of guys wearing glasses anymore playing. Now the 2-2. And before it's made, a throw over and Helpin back with a dive. So that's twice he's thrown over there. So Helpin might be able to get a bigger lead and take off right now, knowing that a third time that he comes over there, if he didn't get him, he'd be balked over to second. Now the 2-2. Way outside. Full count. Wouldn't be surprised to see Helpin running here. Cleveland's got to try to create something. This is not an offense that can sit back and wait for thumpers. So try to push the envelope. Let's see if Helpin is off running. He's got a good lead. Payoff, and time is called as he broke for second. The catcher, McCann, got time as Helpin was breaking for second. And McCann out to the mound, and boy, that was close. And I think Travis Bazzana's asking the home plate umpire, Ryan Wills, hey, was it near a, yeah, it was going to be a pitch clock violation, and McCann saved his pitcher from what would have been ball 4 and a pitch clock violation. He barely got time called before that clock expired. Sandy Alomar goes over to say something to Petey Helpin. Again, 1 out, game tied 2-2, 6th inning. The payoff pitch now to Bazzana. Helpin takes off. Bazzana fouled it off. Boy, he fought off. Pretty good pitch down. And he'll do it again at 3-2. Outfield not very deep for Bazzana. Straight up. Again, the payoff runner goes. Pitch swung on, a weak bouncer to the second baseman. Marte will throw out Bazzana. Helpin to second, 2 down. And catcher Austin Hedges has singled and struck out. He'll bat with 2 down. The go-ahead run at second. Carrillo's pitch, way outside, ball 1. Hedges has had so many big hits this year. The next delivery, and he hung it inside, and the count now 2-0. And again, this is what is so different from years past. Austin Hedges constantly putting himself in a hitter's count. The 2-0. That's low, 3-0. Challenged now by the catcher, James McCann. He thought it was a strike. And it was low. So the call is upheld. 3-0, the countdown. Hedges. Heck, the way he's swinging the bat, let him swing away at 3-0. Why not? Each team now 1 challenge left. Go ahead, run at second. 2 down, 6th inning, 3-0 pitch. And he took a fastball for strike 1. 3-1. Open stance for the veteran catcher who's now played 10 years in the big leagues. The next offering. Swing and a miss. Full count. Hedges came out of high school a second-round pick by San Diego 15 years ago. Carrillo now at 30 pitches in his 2 innings of work. The payoff. Checked on a pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner with a breaking ball. Hedges out looking. Game still tied at 2. 7th is next.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're off. Look at them go, folks. They're neck and neck. The crowd goes wild. Down the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play of the plate. It's T.C. Bear. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 6th. Here are your 6 ending totals. Arizona, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 8 left. Cleveland, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 6 stranded. Pitch swung on, hammered to right, and this game no longer tied. How did Geraldo Perdomo jump on that baby? His 9th home run deep into the lower deck in right. And Gaddis gives up his 5th bomb of the year, and Arizona has a 3-2 lead in the 7th. Well, Cleveland hasn't scored again except for in the first inning, just like last night. And Arizona's too good offensively to think that's going to hold up. And that ball was tattooed, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball deep into the lower deck in right. Here's Gabriel Moreno, 0 for 3. The set in the pitch, and it's down low, ball 1. Tim Herron now warming in the Cleveland bullpen. Gaddis comes set, lets it fly, and the pitch waved at, 1-1. The electrified Toyota Tundra Hybrid, designed, engineered, and built in the U.S. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. The 1-1 pitch. Way outside, ball 2, 2-1. Gaddis dealing, and the pitch hit on the ground to third. Routine for Ramirez. Throws over for the out. That'll bring up Ketel Marte. He'll bat. Left-handed switch hitter. Tonight 1 for 3 with a double. This guy 19 bombs to lead Arizona. He's a good ball player. Ketel Marte, an all-star. The pitch to him, and it's in there, a strike. The Arizona Diamondbacks came into existence same year as the Tampa Bay Rays. Pitch down and in, 1-1, 1998. 3 years later, they won the World Series. Now the 1-1. Swung on, bounced foul. It helped when you could go out and buy all those great pitchers like Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson. Then they had just an incredible 2001 World Series of the New York Yankees. Down 3-2 going back to the desert. The pitch inside, got him in the foot. Down goes Marte. And of course, Game 7, Arizona got to the ungettable Mariano Rivera. Luis Gonzalez with a World Series winning base hit. Marte up limping as he'll head to first. So he is aboard with 1 out in the 7th inning. 3-2 Arizona. Diamondbacks also won the National League pennant 3 years ago and then lost in the World Series to the Texas Rangers. The World Series that nobody expected. Arizona shocked Philadelphia in the National League Championship Series. Righty-righty matchup. Here's Nolan Arenado. He takes outside, ball 1. Nolan Arenado pretty much owns the Gold Glove in the National League at third. Lifetime 840 OPS, 367 homers, over 1,200 RBIs. Pitch low, 2-0. A 280 lifetime batting average. And his WAR, if you're into all of those numbers, wins above replacement. Hall of Fame like 59. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Now, Scott Rowland recently went into the Hall of Fame. So if you want to compare third baseman, Nolan Arenado has 10 Gold Gloves, Scott Rowland 8. Their OPS almost identical. The pitch outside, 3-1. Arenado already, and is still playing, 50 more homers than Rowland. RBI's almost the same. Scott Rowland's in the Hall of Fame. One would assume Nolan Arenado will be someday too. Breaking ball down and away, and Gaddis misses. And Cleveland's bullpen, a rough spot this weekend against Arizona. And out comes pitching coach Carl Willis. A leadoff home run this inning by Geraldo Perdomo. Then a hit by batter and a walk. And Tim Tawa will be the batter with 2 men on, 1 out. And Arizona up 3-2 here in the 7th. And they're trying to remove all doubt. Now, if you're wondering, how does Jose Ramirez compare to these Hall of Famers? Jose Ramirez has the same WAR as Nolan Arenado. And Jose's got a lot more years to play. Jose, a lifetime batting average of 277. Lifetime OPS of 851. Posey closing in on 300 homers, closing in on 1,000 RBIs. Plus, Posey has over 300 steals. Here's Tim Tawa. Swing and a foul at the plate. I think the bottom line is a rarity. The one spot in the Hall of Fame that has the fewest position players is third base. And we're looking at 2 future third baseman Hall of Famers this weekend. Jose Ramirez, Nolan Arenado.
And still playing at a pretty high level. Yep. Arenado obviously a little bit longer in the tooth, but still, I mean, as slick as they come at third base.
Yeah, he's made plays this weekend that you're like, holy smokes. Foul ball got the throwing hand of Austin Hedges. He's okay now. The 0-1 pitch to Tawa. Up high. What's interesting, Hedges, the guy that made it famous was Johnny Bench. He's the guy that started catching one-handed and putting that throwing hand, making a fist and putting it behind his back to protect it from foul balls. Hedges doesn't do that. The pitch, hit it in the air, deep center, helping back, track, wall, leaps, made the catch! Tagging and going to third, Marte, hustling back to first, Arenado. And a game-saving leaping catch at the wall in dead center by P.D. Helpin. Oh, what a play by P.D. Helpin. That had extra bases written all over it. That would have broken this game wide open. And P.D. Helpin has saved Hunter Gaddis and the Guardians for the moment. Now Arizona with the runners at the corners. 2 down. Still a 3-2 ball game. And here's Ildemaro Vargas batting left-handed, taking a changeup strike. Boy, P.D. Helpin can play some center field. Vargas tonight 0 for 3. 3-2 D-backs, 7th inning, 2 down, runners first and third, the next delivery. Check swing, he went around, it looked like, no, says third base up Will Little. Oh boy, I'd love to see a replay on that. And of course we won't. Gaddis is ready. The 1-1. Swing and a liner. Base hit into right field. Vargas delivers the clutch 2-out RBI single to score Marte. Arenado stops at second. 4-2 Diamondbacks with a couple of runs this inning off Hunter Gaddis. And here comes manager Stephen Vogt. We'll be back.
Recently, our company softball team lost a big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365.
Homered in the first, his 3rd leadoff home run of the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! Majestic blast! Ohtani drops jaws everywhere, and it's 4-0 Dodgers.
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the fifth, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed, like really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
The glove of Hedges, a strike, and a pass ball moves the runners up to second and third. I don't know if Hedges got crossed up, although you never see guys crossed up anymore with this pitch count communication, but he definitely got crossed up on that pitch. And now base hit would get Arizona 2 more big runs, and once again, Cleveland is just not very sharp defensively, and they have no margin for error because they're just not scoring runs to make up for mistakes. So now second and third with 2 down on the pass ball, but that was a cross-up. The pitch, and it's swung on, floated to right field near the line, hits the line, fair ball, rolls into foul ground, scoring both Arenado and Vargas. Throw into second, in sliding safely McCann with a broken bat floater down the right field line for a 2-out, 2-run double. And the Diamondbacks score 4 in the 7th and lead 6-2.
Well, and that is how it's going right now. Alemán got in a little bit on McCann to break the bat, but does not matter. He gets the runs in.
Well, the hit batter and the walk really come into play. And again, it just seems like every mistake now costs Cleveland. Here's Ryan Waldschmidt, 8th man to bat, takes up and in a ball. Whether it's a pitcher walking people or hitting people, or an infielder not making a play, or just any kind of a mistake, right now Cleveland's in one of those funks where they can't overcome it. The pitch again up and in, and the count 2-0. And again, this club hasn't scored since Rhys Hoskins' 2-run bomb to left center in the first inning. Doesn't matter how good you play, you can't score 1 inning every night unless you're scoring 10 runs. There's a strike to Waldschmidt, 2-1 to count. The next delivery almost hit him. Yeah, it did. It grazed him. Waldschmidt's aboard with a hit by pitch. 3rd Arizona Diamondback hit by a pitch in the last 2 innings. And 2 men aboard for the 9th man to bat, the leadoff man, Corbin Carroll. And now the Cleveland bullpen, which is used a lot, not only this year, but over the last several years, showing some wear and tear. Corbin Carroll 1 for 3. The pitch all the way to the backstop. Moves the runners up to second and third. And that's a wild pitch. Well, Alemán, another one of those rookies on this club. Now the 1-0 pitch in there, strike. Always growing pains when you have this many rookies. Just no 1-0 of the growing pains in one stretch. The set by Alemán, the 1-1. Down low, ball 2, 2-1. And the amazing thing is how well Arizona's playing on a road trip that started with a makeup game in St. Louis. A 3-city trip is brutal. 4-city trip is almost unheard of. The 2-1 pitch, inside 3-1. Now Arizona, they've won 3 in a row. They're 13-5 the last few weeks. They're up tonight, and the pitch hit a ton. Deep right center field. This ball way out of here. Corbin Carroll has completed the implosion for Cleveland. A 3-run home run, a 7-run inning, and a 9-2 Arizona lead when the game was tied at 2 when this 7th inning started. Carroll with his 16th homer, 52 RBIs. Wow. Well, that's sending a lot of people for the exits. Now the pitch swung on, and Perdomo fouling it off. He started the inning with a solo homer to right center that broke the 2-2 tie. Wow. The pitch, Anthony's strike 2. Well, they have taken advantage this inning of everything Cleveland's given them. They've had 2 batters hit by a pitch, a walk. They have all scored. The 0-2 in the dirt, and it kicks away from Hedges. With the bases empty, that doesn't really matter. 1-2 the count. Now the next offering outside. This is why President Chris Antonetti said, look, we're trying to make this club better. We're trying to make trades, but you're not going to acquire 6 or 7 new players. The pitch, swing and a weak ground ball up the middle to his right. Backhanded by Bazzana. Throw to first. Got him. Chris Antonetti said it best. We'll try to get better. We'll try to make acquisitions. But at the end of the day, the improvement has to come from the guys that are on this club. And right now, not a very pretty sight. 9-2.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Frames, who pops it up? Lopez fires his mask right into the gut of Tim Raines. Injury to insult.
Now you got to laugh to keep from crying. Oh, that got me. Oh, was that funny? I know it's not funny, but he's all right.
Here's Terang, 2 for 2 today against Sugano.
That does hit well. Deep right center. This one is going to fly out of here. His 3rd into the game, his 15th home run. They got all that one. That ball traveled 434 feet.
Talking about barreling one up. That's a good example of it right there on a 1-0 pitch. 4-seam fastball, middle end. Didn't miss it.
Pulverized off the bat of Bryce Terang.
Majestic home run.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Slider, changeup. Carrillo, he did a nice job tonight. 2 scoreless innings in relief, gave up a base hit. Arizona's bullpen has been very good last night and again tonight. Murillo from the set, and the pitch in there, a strike to the number 9 hitter, Brian Rocchio, batting left-handed. The new center fielder now, Jorge Barrosa, and moving over to left is Tim Tawa. That pitch down low, 1-1. 9-2 Arizona on a 7-run seventh. The pitch down low again, 2-1. So far this year, Murillo, 3 wins, a save, 13 holds, a 2.68 ERA, 188 batting average against. Paints the outside corner, a called strike. Murillo maybe a bullpen you're not familiar with the names, but it's a good one. That pitch down low, full count. Rocchio hit by a pitch, struck out, and he fouls it at the plate, and the count stays full. Well, not a sellout tonight, but quite a few tickets sold. The pitch, and it's strike 3 called. Not nearly the number of people in the park that we have tickets sold, but nonetheless, tickets are sold. 30,392. Top of the order now. Stephen Kwan, 2 singles in 3 trips. Murillo's pitch in there, a strike. The next delivery, it's high and wide. Murillo's from Venezuela. Been in the Dodgers organization, 2nd year in the D-back bullpen. The pitch, inside corner strike, 1-2. He's had Tommy John surgery. There's probably more pitchers that have had it than haven't had it. The 1-2. Check swing foul off to the left, or kind of a half defensive swing to stay alive by Kwan. Hey, Marathon knows you fans are the true co-pilot of any team. Marathon, it's here to keep you and your team fueled all season long. Marathon driven together. 9-2 D-backs, 7th inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip. That ball was almost in the catcher's mitt, and at the last moment, Kwan spoiled it. Now the pitch, swung on and a little floater to left. Tawa there to grab it. 2 down, here's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 3. Well, the Atlanta Braves have acquired Lane Thomas from the Kansas City Royals, according to Jeff Passan. Ramirez batting left-handed, takes outside a ball. The next offering, outside ball 2, 2-0. 9 runs, 12 hits Arizona. Cleveland 2 runs, 6 hits. A 2-run homer to left center by Rhys Hoskins in the 1st inning. Now the 2-0, and it's swung on, line to first, caught by Vargas going toward the line. Good play by Vargas. We go to the 8th. Oh, Arizona 9-2.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel! Squirrel!
What? Where?
Squirrel!
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
That one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward, and that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Pat Murphy going to use an ace up his sleeve and bring in Christian Yelich with a tying run aboard at third base. Fly ball to deep right! It is way back and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. It's his first career pinch hit home run, and he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go?
Twelfth appearance of 4.34 ERA. Gabriel Moreno will lead it off. Arizona sent 10 men to the plate in the 7th. Scored 7 runs on only 4 hits. The pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. Changeup dropped in there. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians. 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to help you. The next delivery, fouled off on a play to the right, 0-2. Well, unless there's a miracle finish by Cleveland, they will have a 5-10 record since the All-Star break after tonight. The 0-2. A little swing and looping pop-up to first, caught by Manzardo. Meanwhile, Arizona will be 14-5 in the last 3 weeks. Ketel Marte, 1 for 3, a double, hit by a pitch. He'll swing it right-handed. The pitch from Dion, and it's high, ball 1. The next delivery is swung on, popped up. The shortstop, midway between second and third, Brian Rocchio, makes the catch in the skin portion of the infield. 2 down. Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Arenado looks at a pitch low, ball 1. Dion fires, And the pitch hammered to left. Oh, Lord, is this pounded way out of here onto the porch. There's career home run number 368. Number 15 this year for Arenado. 10-2 Arizona here in the 8th.
All right, nice bounce back year for Arenado after some injuries. Limited him a year ago with St. Louis. The Diamondbacks getting a pretty good version of this veteran third baseman.
Here's Tim Tawa. He's 0 for 3. The pitch. And he sends one in the air to center. Fairly deep, but Helpin's got it measured. Middle of the 8th, 10-2 Arizona.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade, you gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Blown saves, but an earned run average of 526, so they no longer have a designated closer, and they're bringing him into this game just to get some work. 10-2 Diamondbacks, 8th inning. Chase DeLauder 0 for 3. Seawald from the set, and the pitch. And it's hit a ton to deep right field, and no ability to even go back on it for Carroll. He just turned and watched it fly out of here. An absolute bomb to right by Chase DeLauder that had the right fielder Corbin Carroll not even move, just turn and watch it sail 414 feet to right. Number 12 for Chase DeLauder, and Cleveland now trails 10-3. And Paul Seawald gives up his 12th home run. Here's Kyle Manzardo. 0 for 1, taking low, ball 1. One would assume Arizona may look for a veteran closer. The pitch swung on and missed, although the kid last night, Garcia, was unhittable. 10-3. Arizona, we're in the 8th inning. And the pitch now to Manzardo. Outside. Manzardo leads Cleveland with 13 home runs. Rhys Hoskins hit his 12th in the first inning. Chase DeLauder is 12th here in the 8th. The pitch, breaking ball in there, a strike. And the count 2-2 on Manzardo. Seawald's ready. Here it comes. And it's fouled back. That fastball was 91 miles an hour and had hit me written all over it. And Manzardo fouled it off. The set. The pitch. And he swings and yanks it to right. Base hit down the line. It is going to roll to the track. And a long single for Manzardo. Carroll cut it off before it got to the wall. And with Cleveland down 7, Manzardo was not about to get thrown out at second. So Seawald coming into a game to get some work. And he is getting shelled. Angel Martinez batting left-handed, 1 for 3, a double. 1 on, nobody out. 8th inning, Cleveland down 7, and a line drive base hit near the line and right for Martinez. Manzardo hustling to third. 3 straight hits to start the inning off Paul Seawald. And now P.D. Halpin will come to the plate, and Arizona may get the bullpen going again. Well, if nothing else, maybe Cleveland can get some consolation runs here and just kind of try to get a little something positive going offensively heading into tomorrow's finale as Brian Kaplan, the pitching coach, heads to the mound. Last night, Cleveland got 1 run on 3 hits, an RBI single from Rhys Hoskins in the first inning. Tonight, Rhys Hoskins, a 2-run blast to left center in the first. That was it until this 8th inning. Chase DeLauder, a moonshot to right to start the inning. Back-to-back singles by Kyle Manzardo and Angel Martinez. And now the batter is P.D. Halpin. Singled his only time up. Nobody throwing yet, but that'll change quickly. Based on what we're seeing from Paul Seawald, I mean, he doesn't have much velo, and everything's on the middle of the plate. The pitch to Halpin, and he cuts and misses. He chased a breaking ball that almost got him in the thigh. Seawald's ready. Here it comes. And a foul back, and Halpin down in the count 0-2. Seawald had that goatee last year. Now he's clean shaven. Hardly looks like the same guy.
10 years younger.
Now the 0-2 to Halpin. And he fouled it back again. Boy, I'm telling you what, folks. Cleveland is getting great pitches to swing at here in the 8th inning. So trying to build a little confidence if you're a Cleveland hitter. Right now, just looking for anything positive to try to build on. Here's the set in the 0-2. Swung on, and a towering blast foul down the right side. And still an 0-2 count on P.D. Halpin. Runners at the corners, nobody out, 8th inning, 10-3 Arizona. Now the 2-strike delivery. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left center. That'll score Manzardo, stopping at second Martinez. And P.D. Halpin with his second hit. And 4 straight hits here in the 8th inning for Cleveland. They now trail at 10-4. And one would think that'll get some action going in the Arizona bullpen. Travis Bazzana to the plate. Here's another guy that could use a real shot of confidence. 0 for 3 tonight. Right-hander Kevin Ginkel, who pitched last night, warming in the Arizona bullpen. Still nobody out. 2 runs in on 4 hits. The pitch. Backdoored him and missed with a breaking ball. Now Cleveland's collected 10 hits. 4 straight to start this 8th. Now the 1-0. And a backdoor slider for a strike. 1-1. Martinez at second, Hilton at first, nobody out. The pitch. Slider dips low, 2-1 the count. Seawald lets it fly. Bazzana swings and lines another base hit into right. 5 consecutive hits off Seawald. The bases are loaded and still nobody out. And Patrick Bailey will pinch hit for Austin Hedges, a switch hitter who will bat left-handed. Stalling for time, so Ginkel gets more time to throw in the bullpen. Catcher James McCann with a slow stroll to the mound. Cleveland's come to life in the 8th inning. 2 runs on 5 straight hits off Paul Seawald. The kind of game manager Torey Lovello said, look, it's 10-2. Let's get Paul some work. Try to get him sharp and regain some confidence. And it's imploding on Paul Seawald here in the 8th inning. And now Patrick Bailey will pinch hit for Austin Hedges. And here comes manager Torey Lovello. He can't let this thing go any further. Cleveland's got a shot. They're down 10-4 in the 8th. Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll be right back.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's
long run, Friedel, he lays out and makes the headlong diving catch. Rocchio in the hole, gets up quickly, throws. On the bounce, dug out by Mansardo. Holy cow, what a play! Way back onto the warning track. Oh, he reeled it in. Jacob! Fielded by Jazz, acrobatic throw off balance in time. Collins races over, dives, makes the grab. A barrel roll toward the line. Diving play, the one hopper by Jazz just gets up, throws it out. Dandy play right there by Jazz. Coming on, diving Martinez. He made the catch. Full game. Lines at the third. Diving Graham. Barossa coming on. He dives and he's got it. What a catch. Long run for Dbacks. Sliding, diving, tumbling makes the catch. And in a hurry, Friedel, he slides and he scoops it. The dive is crossed and throws him out.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Salvi has a chance for revenge and history all in one swing. Swing and a ball well hit. Left field, way back, and gone! He's done it! Salvador Perez, number 318 in his career. He's now the Royals' franchise leader in home runs. One legend replaces another.
So special. Only thing left now for the captain is a W.
And he worked a scoreless inning, mid-90s fastball and slider. And now he makes his 50th appearance. He's 4-3 with a 3.11 ERA. So let's see what happens with Patrick Bailey pinch hitting. Chase DeLauder started the inning with a solo bomb to right, and then 4 straight singles by Kyle Manzardo, Angel Martinez, Petey Halpin, Travis Bazzana. 2 runs in, bases loaded, nobody out in the 8th. Patrick Bailey pinch hitting, he'll swing it left-handed. Ginkel's pitch, checked on a pitch downstairs, ball 1. Infield back double play depth. Outfield not deep. The other way toward left for Bailey. The pitch. Way outside, 2-0. You never know either. A back-end bullpen guy sitting out there in the bullpen going, well, I don't have to work tonight. We've got a 10-2 lead. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, medium deep center. Barosa's under it. He'll make the catch. Martinez tagging. He'll come home. Throw cut off at the mound. And a sac fly by Bailey. Martinez scores the 3rd run in the inning. First out in the inning. And now it's 10-5 Arizona. But what's the mindset of Kevin Ginkel? How quickly can you get into that late inning, I've got to get it done mindset? When the inning started, probably the last thing you ever thought was you'd warm up, much less be in the game. Here's Brian Rocchio, switch hitter batting left-handed. He is in a 4-for-34 slide. Bazzana at first, Halpin at second. 2 guys that can run. The pitch. Missed outside, ball 1. 10 runs, 13 hits for the Diamondbacks. 5 runs, 11 hits for the Guardians. 2 on, 1 out, 8th inning. Now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, ball 2, 2-0. Ginkel from the set. Checks second, delivers, and it's in there, 2-1. Kevin Ginkel, 6'4", 235, 8th season with Arizona. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul backing out of play, 2-2. Ginkel, out of the University of Arizona. Played in the College World Series back in 2016. He fires, and the pitch pulled foul outside of first. Still a 2-2 count on Rocchio. Well, with Rocchio being dropped back to the number 9 spot, manager Stephen Vogt seeing if he can get him going again. That's where Rocchio has thrived this year, hitting 9th. Now the 2-2. Swung on a slow chopper to second. Marte charges, gloves, flips to first, 2 down. Halpin to third, Bazzana to second. But Ginkel has restored order. And the 8th man to bat in the inning, the leadoff man, Stephen Kwan. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Does Kwani have one more hit in him? He takes the strike, painted the outside edge. Base hit here. would make it a 3-run game. Ginkel, hands chest high. He lets it rip. And Stephen Kwan drives it deep but foul down the left side. 0-2 the count on Kwan. That was a 97-mile-an-hour heater. Tim Herron back throwing in the Cleveland pen. Now the 0-2. Again, ripped foul off the netting in front of the Cleveland third base dugout. 2-2 ball game going into the 7th. Arizona erupted for 7, added 1 here in the 8th. Cleveland with 3 in the bottom of the inning to make it 10-5. Now the 0-2. Swung on line drive, base hit into left center. Here comes Martinez. Here comes Bazzana. Throw to the plate. Tag. Got him on a head-first slide. Great throw by Tawa, the left fielder, to the catcher, James McCann. We'll see if Cleveland challenges the out call at the plate. They will. You might as well. It's the 8th inning. For sure, it's 10-6. And what Stephen Vogt will do here is challenge everything. The out, safe call, blocking of the plate. There's no blocking of the plate. And did McCann's outstretched glove get the arm of the head first sliding Stephen Kwan? New York will make that decision. I should say of Travis Bazzana. Stephen Kwan with the base hit, scoring helping. Bazzana called out at the plate. Stephen Kwan is going to get credit for his 3rd hit, at least 1 RBI. We'll see if there are 2. Arizona's leaving the field. They watched the video replay, and they said, we've seen enough. But Cleveland's made it interesting, at least, no matter how this call goes. There certainly was no blocking of home plate. The only real discussion in New York is, does the out call stand or is it reversed? The crew chief is Lance Barksdale, waiting for somebody from New York to give him the result. Boy, Tawa made a great throw on the fly to the catcher, James McCann. Stephen Kwan ended up at second base on the throw to the plate. So Stephen Kwan led the major leagues with a .390 batting average in July, and he's banged out 3 hits today on August 1st. Well, it's taking New York a long time to make a decision. And you know what that means. There's a 50% chance it'll be overturned, and a 50% chance the call will be upheld.
Oh, you like to live dangerously, huh?
I'm walking the plank on this one. I tell you what, Rosie, every time you think you know, you don't, because they have other camera angles we don't have. It just seems like usually the longer it takes, the better chance the call is upheld. But we've said that before and been wrong. Diamondbacks have all gone into their dugout. They think the inning is over.
Pretty good slide by Bazzana. Maybe that's what the holdup is.
I don't think they're grading the slide. The Russian judge did give it a 3, so they may be chatting with him. Now, this is why you have replay reviews. Here's the answer.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Illegal blocking home plate by the catcher, which made the runner deviate from his original pass. Cleveland will retain their challenge.
How about that?
Wow.
I tell you what, Rosie, I give up ever trying to guess, but it becomes a huge 2-out, 2-run single to left by Stephen Kwan. Travis Pisana did have a great slide. He just did get in ahead of the tag. And now it's 10-7. And a runner at second with 2 down. And Jose Ramirez, the 9th man to bat in the inning.
Maybe the Russian judge cast the deciding vote.
He did. I think you're right. So Stephen Kwan, a 3-hit game, 2 RBIs, giving him 21 on the year. Cleveland has scored 5 times on 6 base hits this inning. All 5 runs charged to Paul Sewald, who faced 5 batters, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. And Jose Ramirez, oh, what a time it would be to get his first home run since June 6th. 0 for 4 tonight. He'll bat left-handed. Kwan at second. 2 down in the 8th. 10-7 Diamondbacks. The set and pitch. Outside ball 1. Ginkel had to come back out of the dugout, make a couple of warm-up tosses. Now the right-hander's ready. Here it comes. Check swing, it got him in the foot, but he may have swung. He did. Jose Ramirez got hit in the foot on a check swing, but the appeal at third, and Will Little said he swung. So that's a dead ball and a strike. And now a 1-1 count on Ramirez. And he'll be looked at by trainer Chad Wolf and manager Stephen Vogt. In a ball game that was put away to bed by Arizona with a 7-run 7th and a 1-run 8th. Then they tried to get Paul Sewald some work this inning, and implosion time as Sewald gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. And suddenly we've got a ball game out of nowhere. Sewald's earned run average just went up over a run to 645 for the year based on tonight's outing. All right, Posey back in there. He's good to go. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Ginkel. A swing and a miss. 96 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ramirez. Outfield pulled around toward right, medium deep. Ginkel's ready. He fires, and another slider that almost got Ramirez in the back foot, and he almost chased it again. 2-2 the count. The right-hander lets it fly, and it's pulled foul. Came back with a slider. Still a 2-2 count on Ramirez. I'll tell you what, folks, I bet half the crowd left this ballpark an inning ago. The rest that are here are on their feet. They've been rewarded by sticking around. The 2-2. High for ball 3 with Chase DeLauder waiting on deck. He started the inning with a moonshot to right. Ginkel, a look back, the payoff, swung on, fouled right side. Posey checks the bat to see if he cracked it. It's good to go. Count is full. Ramirez will see the 8th pitch of this at bat. 10-7 Arizona. 2 down, runner at second here in the 8th. The next delivery. Ball 4. He missed high and wide with a slider. Chase DeLauder. Can he cap off the inning with a second home run and tie the game? What an at-bat by Jose Ramirez. And Cleveland, like Arizona, which sent 10 men to the plate in the 7th, now Cleveland will have its 10th batter bat in the 8th. Jace DeLauder started this inning a half an hour ago with a solo bomb to right, 414 feet. He bats with 2 out, 2 on. 10-7 Arizona. The pitch. A swing and a miss. Tried to hold up on the heater. They're on their feet at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario, praying for a miracle 8th inning. The 0-1. Way high and outside, and now Ginkle has made 23 pitches. Here's the 1-1. Up high, ball 2, 2-1. The set. The 2-1. Swing and a fly ball. Fairly deep, playable left center. Caught by Barossa, the center fielder. But Cleveland scores 5. 10-7. Arizona with the lead. Going to the 9th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history.
Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
94 down and in right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple. High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway home to the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch. And that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
Line to center field, and it's a diving catch from Dalton Varsho.
One of the best defensive center fielders in the American League.
Montgomery going back.
Rookie, that's how you bring it back.
Long run for Langford, but he'll reach up and make the catch. Full stride into that corner. What a nice catch by Wyatt Langford.
Out toward Valdez, and the Magician. The diving play by Esmerlin Valdez.
The Magician doing it all today. Here comes a charging, diving in, catching is Cody Clemens. No matter where that dude is played, infield, outfield, makes another good play.
Down the left field line, and it might be trouble. And what a sliding play by Soderstrom. Wow, so Tyler Soderstrom, a nice sliding catch.
Harris to first, and Alonso is there. He dives into the bag to beat him.
Another polar bear plunge over at first base.
The Arizona bullpen. Ildemaro Vargas will face the left-hander, switch hitter, batting right-handed. 1 for 4, an RBI single in Arizona's 7-run 7th. Vargas taking a strike from Heron. Tim Heron, appearance number 44, ERA 3.48, fastball, sinker, curve, slider. Pitches high, 1-1 to count. Heron sets, fires. Outside and high, curveball, 2-1. The next delivery, swing and a foul back, 2-2. Oh boy, the Chicago White Sox have gotten the starter Luis Castillo from Seattle. The pitch fouled back and out of play. Jeff Passan says that Seattle will send Luis Castillo to the White Sox in exchange for Sir Anthony Dominguez, Nolan Jones, and prospect Boston Smith. Now the 2-2. Swung on, drill to third, right by Ramirez down the left field line. It'll scoot to the wall. And Vargas with his 16th double. Well, Seattle's been trying to trade Castillo in his contract for a while. And he can really help the White Sox. Of course, Sir Anthony Dominguez with one of the more majestic names in the game. He had a 4.10 ERA and 42 appearances for the White Sox. Obviously, Nolan Jones, Cleveland had let him go. Don't know anything about the prospect, Boston Smith, showing bunt. James McCann, the pitch is up high, ball one. One thing I do know is Boston Smith played at Wright State University. He's an Ohio kid. Also played at the University of Cincinnati. McCann fouling it back and out of play. And the count now 0-2. So we're starting to get some bigger names trickling in with the deadline Monday night at 6, but it's a pretty good get for the White Sox. McCann rips one again the other way into right. Another opposite field single. A 3-hit game for McCann, all of them to right field for the right-handed batter. Vargas to third, nobody out. Just looking in our prospect book, Boston Smith is not even listed in the top 30 prospects, so that's got to be more of a deal to get rid of the money.
Wow, what a fit for the White Sox, you would think.
Here's Jorge Barosa. The pitch, he squares in. He bunts a line drive foul by the charging Kyle Manzardo at first. Barosa, switch hitter, trying to get a safety squeeze down. His first at bat tonight. Took over in center field when Tawa moved to left. Infield in, the pitch in the dirt. Kicks up the third base line, hedges on it. Nobody moves. Jorge Barosa. Arizona with a 10-7 lead. 9th inning. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Here's the set by Tim Herron, the pitch. Outside. Word is Boston will take, Chicago. The White Sox will take on all of the money remaining on Castillo's contract. That's why they didn't get any big-name prospects for Luis Castillo. The pitch, up high, ball 3, 3-1. But that's a major swing for the White Sox, who've now got a veteran to add to that young rotation. Infield in, 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. Full count on Barosa. With Vargas at third, McCann at first. Nobody out in the ninth. Arizona trying to add to a 10-7 lead.
But what a difference for Chris Getz. He's been in mode of trying to acquire prospects last couple of years.
Now the 3-2. Down and in. Bases are loaded again. And Tim Herron, it's been a night of struggles for the Cleveland bullpen, which is a rarity. And now the top of the order. It feels like Corbin Carroll bats every inning. This is his 6th at bat. He's walked, struck out, singled, flied out, 3-run homer to right center. 2 for 4 officially. Infield end, bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch. Breaking ball inside, ball 1. Left on left. Heron from the set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good sinker. 1-1 to count. Corbin Carroll is only 5'10", 180, but he is some kind of strong. The pitch down and away, 2-1. Infield pulled in at the cut of the grass. Vargas, McCann, Barossa, the runners, with nobody out in the ninth. 10-7 Arizona. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Aaron's ready. Here it comes. Swinging a high chopper to second. Bazzana comes home with the throw. Got him! What a play by Bazzana! A high chopper. He had to back up onto the skin portion. Caught it fading backwards. Threw off balance to the plate and got the lead runner Vargas on a force. Heck of a play by the second baseman Travis Bazzana. And so Vargas out at the plate. Bases stay loaded, 1 down. McCann to third, Barossa to second. Fielder's choice puts Carroll at first. And here's Geraldo Perdomo. Switch hitter, he'll bat right-handed. The pitch. And a check swing, he chased one in the dirt. Perdomo is 3 for 5 with a solo homer, 2 singles. The set and the 0-1 checked on a pitch down low, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Outside and high, 2-1. Bart Swain has given us clarity on that replay review in which initially Travis Bazzana was thrown out at the plate to end the 8th inning. The pitch. Swung and banged up the middle. That'll be a 2-run single. McCann scores. Barossa coming home. Throw to third. In safely there is Carroll. And then hustling to second on the throw to third is Perdomo. And a 2-run single to center by Perdomo gives him a 4-hit game, gives him 3 RBIs, and he ends up at second on the throw to third. And Arizona now with a 12-7 lead, and still with runners at second and third, and only 1 down. And the 3-hole hitter, Gabriel Moreno to the plate. He's 0 for 5. Give me an explanation on what the actual call was. Here's the pitch, infield back, banged foul. So Bazzana was not ruled safe at the plate because he beat the tag. This was a supervisor explanation. After viewing all relevant angles, Aaron's pitch, outside, 2-0. Beg your pardon, 1-1. The replay official definitively determined the catcher was in violation of the home plate collision rule. The pitch, swing and a foul, third base side, 1-2. The catcher's initial positioning was illegal. His subsequent actions, while not in possession of the ball, hindered and impeded the runner's path to home plate, so the call was overturned. Okay. The 1-2. Swung on line to third. Leaping grab by Ramirez. Everybody gets back without being doubled up. Good play by Hosey at third. 2 down. Runners still at second and third. 12-7 Arizona. Ketel Marte, the batter, will swing it right-handed. I'm not sure what all that was about based on what we saw on our replay, but whatever. Here's the pitch to Marte, and it's waved at. Strike one. I guess that's why when you call for a replay review at home plate, you as a manager say, check everything.
Absolutely.
I don't know what catchers are supposed to do anymore.
It looked like a pretty clear path for Bazzana, but...
The 0-1. Check, swing, strike. May become a moot point now that Arizona's added runs to lead 12-7, but... Boy, can you imagine how controversial that call would be in a playoff game?
Whoa.
Now the 0-2. Got him swinging. Arizona tacks on 2 big insurance runs. They lead Cleveland 12-7. We go to the bottom of the 9th.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our...
Now let's check out some plays from the field that only a mother could love.
Thank you to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Too sweet.
Nicely done with the sign. Vientos is not going to want this on his highlight reel, I'll tell you that.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
Hubba bubba and bubba.
You can even smell on his bat. Hitters are funny. Now he's talking to it.
Then Peters has some problem.
Heads up. Man alive.
Look, Mom, check out these top defensive plays.
Adele leaping, and he makes the catch.
He's unreal. One of his patented run-saving miracles.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Put a star on that for Jarvis.
Picked it right off the top of the grass. It was a snow cone.
That was sensational. Spectacular play by the Padres' first baseman.
He jumps and he makes the catch. P-Crow awesome. Ryan Welchman with a diving catch. What a catch by Eli White.
How about that?
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Well, it's 12-7 Arizona. This wild and woolly affair has forced Arizona to go to guys they probably thought for sure they could give the night off, but they had to go to Kevin Ginkel for the second night in a row, and same holds true for Jonathan Loaizaga, the longtime New York Yankee who threw the ball very well last night. He comes on here for the bottom of the 9th inning. If your manager Torey Lovello, you're not taking any more chances after this game almost blew up in your face trying to get Paul Sewald work in the 8th. And Paul gave up 5 runs facing 5 batters, allowing 5 hits. Kyle Manzardo facing Loaizaga, and he drives one to deep center field. This ball is off the 19-foot wall. Into second is Manzardo with a towering double off the 19-foot wall just to the left of straightaway center. And a 2-hit game for Manzardo. What the heck? Is there a full moon?
Usually it's game to game where you see some changes and ups and downs. This is inning to inning.
Folks, it was a 2-2 game through 6. From the 7th inning on, Arizona has outscored Cleveland 10-5. Angel Martinez batting left-handed. He takes a strike. Martinez, he's had a 2-hit game after going 0 for 22. Loizaga's ready. Here it comes. And it's swung on. Bang to first. Wicked hop handled by Vargas. Races to the bag to beat Martinez. Nice play by Vargas. One down. Runner at third. Here's P.D. Helpin. He's come off the bench with a pair of hits and an RBI. To 7, Arizona. We have had 19 runs, 29 hits, and 18 runners stranded. The pitch to Helpin, and it's a fastball up, ball 1. I like what the White Sox are doing, don't you, Rosie?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, they're a young club, they're a surprising club, but there are no promises about the future. The 1-0 pitch now to Helpin, down and away 2-0. Not that the White Sox give a hoot what we think, but I think that's what makes our game great.
From one year to the next, you would have never thought it.
Nope.
But good for them.
Now the 2-0 pitch to Helpin. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Loizaga throwing a sinker at 99 miles per hour. He's healthy now, folks.
I know there's some baseball left between now and then, but next weekend in Chicago should be a lot of fun.
Maybe. We may get beat up going to the bus. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Outside and high, 3-1. Man, I'm telling you, before you joined us, back in the early mid-90s, the fights that took place in the grandstand area at Comiskey Park rivaled Hagler-Hearns. Here's the 3-1 to Helpin. Outside corner strike, full count. And you don't mess with the Chicago Police Department at old Comiskey Park when there were shenanigans going on in the grandstand area. The payoff, swung on, chopper up the middle near second. Charged and gloved by Perdomo. Throws on the run to get Helpin. Mansardo scores. It's 12-8 Arizona. But now the bases are empty. 2 down in the 9th inning for Cleveland. And Travis Bazzana, who got a single last inning, will try to keep the game going. Another ball game tomorrow at 1:40. Gavin Williams against Merrill Kelly. The set and pitch to Bazzana. And a backdoor slider for a strike. Loizaga, the high hold and the pitch. Waved at, 0-2. Cleveland down to its last strike. But they did force Arizona to use 2 key back-end bullpen guys in Jonathan Loizaga and Kevin Ginkel for the 2nd day in a row. Could come into play tomorrow. Now the 2-strike pitch. Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Loizaga's ready. Here it comes. Foul back. Oh, Bazzana, good rip at 96 miles per hour. Twelve to 8, Arizona. Cleveland batting, bottom of the 9th. Bases empty, 2 down. In a ball game that's gone over 3.5 hours. The 1-2 delivery. Down and away, went with a changeup, 2-2. And Loizaga's changeup, 93 miles per hour. Now the 2-2. In the dirt. Good at bat again. Travis Bazzana's had really good at bats tonight. I think for an offense, Rosie, that's really struggled, you can get some positives out of this game regardless.
Just about everybody in the lineup, I think, can build off of tonight a little bit with some results.
Now the payoff pitch. Swung on and hammered. Deep right field. Off the top of the wall. On his way to second. Bazzana head first slide and a double. Oh, he nearly cleared the 9-foot wall on a BB off the top of the wall in right. And Bazzana with his 15th double. And he'll end the ball game if it doesn't continue with back-to-back big base hits. Here's Patrick Bailey. Got a sac fly coming off the bench last inning. 12-8, Arizona runner at second, 2 down in the ninth. The set and the pitch to Bailey. And he cuts and misses, strike one. Loizaga. He deals, and it's swung on a weak chopper to second. Marte charges gloves, flips to first, and the ball game's over. Arizona, what a road trip. They've won another series. They beat Cleveland tonight, 12-8.